Hey everyone, Editor Aegis here. Today we have something special for you. We had a vacation recently with a couple of my speedrunner friends, and we actually decided to record an in real life encounter tier list. So pretty exciting stuff. It's like 3 or 4 of my friends plus me just kind of going at it, talking about every single raid encounter and ranking them when it comes to strats, gating, depth, fun, and consistency. So the factors, I don't explain them in the actual recording, so I'll just explain them now. Strats is like how unique, innovative, transformative are the strats compared to like an LFG run. You have gating, which is like how long are you sitting there doing nothing. You have depth, which is like a good speedrun team versus a mediocre speedrun team. What's the skill ceiling on the encounter? You have fun, which is subjective, and then consistency, which is like how annoying is it to get this encounter consistent in practice? How much player control is there over the time of the actual encounter itself? So we scored all of these from 0 to 4, kind of like a 5-star system, but like shifted down one, and a brief intro from my friend Emmy, and we'll get right into the content.
Hey guys, I'm Emmy. Aegis has spent the last 5 full days on our vacation making videos, and so we have all completely given up and decided if you can't beat him, you might as well join him. So today, me, Sayun, Zaylant, and Walker are going to join Aegis to make a tier list since he won't spend time with us any other way.
Okay, let's start with Wish. So we have Kalli. Okay, we have Kalli.
Okay.
What do you think about the strats? I mean, you insta-kill in mid now.
This shit's like a 2.
It's like a 2?
This shit is like
out of 4?
you just shoot a golden gun, bro.
You just shoot a golden gun?
I mean, it depends on, like, I don't know what people do in LFGs.
You just shoot
this.
in mid.
I don't know what people do in LFGs.
I think people trap sometimes in LFGs.
Yeah,
Like, most LFGs are traps now.
Yeah.
So even if you can't mid kill,
So-
so if you can't mid kill, it's the exact same encounter. If you can mid kill, it's the same encounter, but you shoot her earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's not that impressive. Like, Sweatcicle would probably see it and be like, damn, they killed her really fast, but like, that's kind of it.
But yeah, they shot 6 golden guns.
They shot 6 golden guns at
Yeah.
It's a 1.
I'd say it's a 1?
This is a 1.
It's not the same as an LFG, but it's nothing impressive. It's
Okay, we'll give it a 1. Okay, what about gating? I mean, you're basically not.
I mean, objectively speaking, it's technically gated because like 50% of the encounter time is doing
it's
nothing.
waiting for her shield to
But
go
it's,
down.
but it's like a 10-second encounter, so who really cares?
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it feels like a 2, even though it is completely gated, it feels like a 2. You know what I mean?
Feels
Maybe
like
a 3.
I don't know.
think 3.
It's like, I think I gave
This is like a
Templar
1 or a 2 because even though the gate is like a high percentage of the encounter is so short.
It's so short that it, like, human-wise, it doesn't feel like it matters. Because remember, at the end of the day, the scores contribute to like what we feel is like an enjoyable or like a quality speedrun encounter, right? So if you think, oh, it's just fast and I'm not spending a lot of time doing nothing, which is kind of like...
Because I mean, like the gating in
Yeah.
Kalli is the amount of time it takes you to like radiant dodge.
Yeah.
So like,
I mean, you're just basically waiting for a shield to go down.
There's
That's it.
not really that much downtime.
So do you want to give it a perfect score 4 or 3?
I would give it. Okay. I would give it a high score. I'd give it like a. This is like a 3.
Okay.
3 is fair, yeah.
Okay. Depth. So
1.
highest skill expression. Is there highest skill expression?
Zero, bro, 0.
Don't miss your golden gun.
Fun, 1.
Yeah.
This is like a.
You want to give it a 1?
This is like
For
a-
don't
this-
miss your Goldie?
This is like a 2 because it's fun to watch people miss goldies.
Okay, sure. Well,
No, no. There's no way giving above a 1 to this podcast encounter.
Okay, yeah, we'll
There's
give it a
no way
1.
that's happening. Oh.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Skill expression.
I
Skill ceiling of the encounter. So it should be a 0, then, right?
It's still like 0.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a 0. It's a 0.
That's
Yeah.
what I meant. 'Cause I thought you were saying you wanted a 1 for that. I was a little
Fun
confused
is
on that.
like
Fun.
Fun is a 2 because it's funny to watch people miss goldies.
Yeah, but that's basically it.
I don't think it's...
Oh no, wait, no, it's 0 to 4.
It's so short that it can't be like
Yeah, it's
not
a
fun.
one.
but
It can be a 1. I don't. It's not like a 0, but like.
you don't have fun when you play this. You just get through it.
It's yeah,
I have
but
fun
it's so
when I don't
short.
see orbs in the
It's so
fucking-
short that it's like you can't not. It's like Templar, right?
Yeah.
it doesn't exist. Like, it functionally doesn't exist.
And then consistency.
It's a 4.
This is game stuff, so it's
completely
a 4. I mean, it's
Yeah.
10 seconds long.
Okay.
I guess the only argument you could make is like long join for like your skipper or something.
I feel like...
late
Yeah.
health update or something.
I mean,
yeah.
who gives a fuck?
Okay. Shuro Chi, strategy wise.
That's
2 or 3.
It's a 4?
It's a 4.
It's not a 4.
This is like
it's either a 3 or a 2.
This is like I think this is like a 3.
I can see 2. I can see 3.
Well,
I think 3. I think especially when STM was like the double skip.
Yeah,
maybe
then it was
to be
quite
3.
different. Because now it's just
now
really adds
that
a
it's
pre-play.
solo, it's probably more like a 2.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
having at least 5 people for the entire encounter makes it so similar to what you do normally.
I guess the under map shit is kind of different as well now. Like the prepping for that.
I still just
It's
the rest
not
of the
that
it's a
different.
2.
It's not-
Sweatcicle wouldn't go crazy on this, yeah.
No, it's just like one person dodging. Like, it's
the
not,
only cool shit in the encounter is that there's the pre-plating and then there's the skip, and I think that's just the 2. I don't
It's
think
pre-plating early at this game. That's it.
Yeah.
and pre-plating it earlier, you find that in half the LGs at this point anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, gating.
There's
almost no.
There's virtually 0.
Yeah.
I would say 0.
It's like
for this,
between
bro.
floors, that's
like,
basically
and that's effectively I would go 0 on this.
Yeah. Okay. So like a 4.
So 4,
4 is
yeah.
perfect score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, depth. I think it's pretty high. Even in the
This might be a 4.
Is it a 4 or 3?
I think it's probably a 4. I don't know, because last one is definitely a 4. I think it's probably
We can
still a
adjust
4.
it. We can adjust it as we move down.
Yeah, I think
we'll remember Shuro for sure.
like when I think of the total encounters in the game, Shuro is definitely in the top. It's
It's
definitely
up
like a
there.
single digit.
It's
it's
like
like-
a top 5.
It's like it's easily top 10. It's probably top 5. I give it a 4.
Okay, all right, we'll give it a 4.
Thank you.
Okay, and then fun wise. I honestly, when Shuro goes well, it is
I would
really
say
fun.
like 3 or 4.
It
honestly.
really depends on what you're doing.
It's really
Yeah.
fun.
It really
Yeah.
depends on what you're doing.
I think
but
even the
overall, it's
pre-player
pretty
roles nowadays are
cool.
it's
Yeah,
not too
as
bad.
long as you're not
With the current meta
doing
with 200
night
health and all that stuff.
Like it's pretty fun overall. This
Would you
is
think
probably
3 or 4 though?
I'd probably give it a 4, honestly.
What about you guys? What do you think?
I could go either way. So.
I mean, I'd give it a 4. I like Shuro. I like
I would give
Shuro
it
a
a
lot when it's functioning.
yeah, when it's going well, I feel like Shuro is like a pretty
Like practicing it is miserable, but actually doing it like well is really, really
yeah. Once it's
enjoyable.
oiled, once you're yeah.
Then for consistency, this is functionally a 0 RNG encounter.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I guess there's like plate stuff.
No,
I want to say
no.
like instant, like getting one hit by a plate.
I mean, yes.
I would give it just a 1. I would, for that kind of stuff, like for like BS factor, that's basically what I'm including.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
not saying RNG.
Because it scales up for consistency, right? So you give this a 3, basically, is what you're saying, right?
3, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I would give it.
I think 3 is
Because
completely
4 has to be like legitimately.
Yeah, no,
there's nothing that can go
it's
wrong.
very consistent, but there are certain things that can screw you, but it's pretty rare.
Okay, Morgeth. Morgeth, I feel like is very straightforward. So strat wise,
Nothing.
besides Morgeth skip, which
But-
is that even?
I think we would count skipping this. I give it a 1.
Okay, I think that's.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think you get a 1 for the skip.
Yeah, sure.
For gating, this is a fucking 2 or 1. 1. I'd give this a 1.
You think it's really like you're waiting a lot?
Yeah,
This is a
Most of the
completely
encounters gated.
this encounter is like completely RNG outside of the kill. It's terrible.
Yeah, starting out.
And then depth 0.
That's 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you're really not.
There are easier encounters, I think,
well,
on this list. There's a lot of encounters.
Well,
we're gonna go through.
we're factoring in skip, right?
But you're not
gated,
really,
right?
You're not really gated. I mean, oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, we gave it a 1 on strats for the skip. But I would give it a 1 on depth for the
Okay,
skip.
I'd be
also.
fine with
Like,
I think that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
Fun
0.
0. This is not a fun
This is,
encounter.
like maybe not 0 because it's not actively painful, but it's like Kalli.
There's
It's
actively
like a
painful
1.
encounters. I would.
Yeah,
argue.
'cause, like,
so we could give it a 1.
Skip,
like
is,
a 1.
skip is like kind of cool to hit. Like I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And consistency is
I
like
think
a 3.
Consistency.
There's also
I guess if you include like the starting at RNG, we can give
You include starting at RNG, you include skip as a 3.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Okay, Vault
2.
Strats.
100% positive is a 2.
It's a 2. It's straight in the middle. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I think with early, it's basically just early.
I honestly
fast
think gating
accurate.
is also a 2. Like you spend.
You
a lot
are
of-
waiting a lot.
You spend
for
a lot of
ads
this
on.
encounter. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a lot of downtime, but you're spending a lot.
But
of
it's a
time
little
waiting.
bit everywhere.
like technically everybody is. It's like you're like cycling who's doing what.
Yeah.
So like different people are gated at different times, so it's not like abysmal gating,
Yeah.
but like it's like a 2. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a middle of the road type
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah. You think
I
gating's a
agree.
2?
Where like you're gonna be bored for like 10 seconds at a time or something.
it's not like a huge deal, but you can definitely feel it. You know what I mean?
So you would say it's better. It's definitely better than Morgeth though. Morgeth is
Easily.
like,
Yeah, it's a 2. I think it's a 2. I think it's a 2.
Yeah.
depth.
I would low key go 3 here.
This is like a 2 or a 3, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
it's like
leaning more
insanely
towards 2.
in-depth.
I'm leaning more towards 2
I
because
think I'm
it's
also-
basically just the final captain. Like the rest of the stuff is like even like even like a poorly
You're
executed.
just shooting your GL earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
or something.
right. It
Like-
is 2. You're
Yeah,
right.
it's the same, but you're doing all the intervals.
And you have early
encounter
leave,
sped
which
up.
is also, I
Yeah,
guess, something.
I guess that's a thing,
so I
too.
give me like 2.
This fun is like a fucking.
This one is
Fun.
also like a 2. This encounter, this
it is-
entire
It's not. I feel like there's like half the team is doing nothing for half the encounter.
Yeah,
This is just a 2 for me.
It's like a definition too.
Yeah. I mean, if Morgeth is a 1, I feel like this is a 2. Yeah.
I think it's a 2.
Yeah. And the consistency. I mean, besides having stair RNG, do you want to just -1 for stair RNG?
Yeah, just give it a
-1 for stair RNG.
There's really nothing else.
Yeah, that's it.
And I guess captain spawn RNG. is
No,
like
no, no, that's not an issue.
On stair, I mean, kind of.
I mean,
Well, that's
still
also
higher,
also the
right?
stair
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So
Yeah.
I think 3 is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
3's fine. Okay. And then we have Riven. Riven strats. I mean,
I
besides
mean, it's just
skip,
Shoot the boss.
Yeah. Ascension.
One credit for skip.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we should maybe
you
give
could,
it credit
you could
for,
argue
for
second skip because
Ascendant.
Ascendant plane is cool.
Yeah.
I'd say 2.
You'd say 2. I would say 2 as well.
I feel like Riven is somebody who isn't familiar with running is like kind of flashy for those like select like 20 seconds. So
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I mean, that's 20 seconds out of a, like,
well, yeah.
maybe
out of the
a minute
40
long.
seconds of the
Yeah,
encounter.
exactly. So it's a decent portion.
That's why it's a 2.
Okay.
And then gating is a fucking 1.
Yeah, you're sitting there. The amount of stuff you can actually do to affect the encounter is like don't be insanely slow for chamber, send it instantly, which is kind of whatever, and then do damage.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay.
Also
and
a 1 on
then
this.
Death? You think it's a 1?
Yeah,
Easy
it's a
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say it's 1, yeah. And then fun. Honestly, this encounter, even though it's like not particularly
This is just like a
interesting,
2 for me.
it's
again.
kind of chill.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill.
It's
right?
like a 2 for me again. Like it's like Vault. I don't really mind doing it, but I don't really have a great
I think
time
2 is
doing it.
fair. Yeah, I think 3 would be pushing it. Yeah.
Consistency is a 4.
This is a 4.
Consistency,
This
yeah.
encounter
Yeah,
is
it's basically 100%.
Yeah, this encounter is never gonna fuck you unless you fuck yourself.
Okay. Queenswalk. Strats. This one might be a 4. This one might be a 4.
I think now that it's new strats, yeah.
With
Yeah.
Oob. I think with
Wait,
Oob
no,
it's a
100. I was
With-
saying with Oob. Yeah.
Yeah, with Oob it's a
I mean,
four.
that's like mind blowing shit. For
Yeah,
like
that is like such an
Yeah.
enormous departure from what
Yeah.
you would find. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's an easy 4.
That's a 4. And then even just like oobing out and like all that shit is.
Yeah.
Gating on the current patch is like a 2 or 3.
You really think gating's a?
No, I did 3.
I don't think
It's like a 3.
It's a
You
3 or
have,
a 4.
like-
It's either one.
Yeah, I think it's like.
I guess you can't trans drop anymore,
Yeah,
so
that's
you
not-
are
that's
gated a
not
little
why.
bit.
No, so
Okay,
you're good. It's like a 3.
so probably a 3. Yeah, probably.
You have like a few seconds of downtime, but it's in a minute or less long encounter.
Yeah.
It's like
And then depth.
There's not a lot.
There's a
there.
route you follow, and if your hits are fine, it's like
it's a 1.
kinda whatever.
There's not really a lot going on here.
Yeah, that's
It-
probably fair.
It's fine. I fucking
this
hate
is
encounter.
unironically a 0.
This is a 0.
Like,
bro.
the-
Fuck this
no.
encounter. I
And-
genuinely fuck
Okay,
this
to be
encounter.
fair, okay, no. If you're having issues with consistency, like you think it's AIDS, then that should go in the consistency category. Like I guess fun is more like I don't know.
No,
like
bro, this shit is so terrible.
Like, okay, no,
Okay,
like
I
literally,
guess I
you're
see
at the end of the run and you're just praying that your hits work,
Yeah.
and nothing you're doing is really particularly interesting
okay,
anyways.
okay.
Yeah.
So what do we think?
It's
for
a
fun?
1. It's a 1.
It's a 1.
I don't know.
I would say
I don't-
a 1. It's unengaging. Like even
I guess
even-
there is literally a role that does offense.
even disregarding like anything else that happens with kits or whatever, there's 2 people are doing anything at any given time.
Okay, and then
Like-
what about consistency?
0.
No, it's
Zero.
It
not-
depends. It depends. Yeah.
I feel like if you're approaching this from like an average like connection angle, I would give this a 1.
The reason that I feel like the reason that I want to give it a 0 is because I feel like if you're at the point where you're running this encounter, 90+% of any issues you're going to have are just have nothing to do with you and they're just connection issues. And I think when the issue with the consistency of the encounter at all is almost never something connected to execution, that it's just like this encounter. It's just sucks.
So it's just 1.
It's a 1 or it's a 0.
I think it's a 1.
I don't think it's a 0. There's
I-
more coming probably. That might be a 0.
Because a 0 is like the sun or like some other bullshit.
One, this one will probably also be a 1, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean,
I would-
there's reses too.
I would need an example of a 0 to not want to give this a 0.
Honestly, so Shuro, I think we might come back to, and then Queenswalk we might come back to as well when we.
Yeah, the consistency. Like, we can give it.
What I can do later is I can sort by score and we can see like
Okay,
what
we
fits.
can make it like a. We can reorganize.
I think for now we send the 1 on Queens.
Yeah.
I'm okay with a 1. I'm okay with a 1.
Okay, Garden. So I know.
Evade.
Yeah, New Garden is like a very different, probably
Yeah,
from what a lot
yeah,
of us
yeah,
used to,
yeah.
but
This encounter is so.
Goth first. It's like lost signal boxes. You can't pre-start like as early as you used to be able to, but like there's DSM, which is cool.
And you've got like the multi-skip going on as well.
Yeah, I think Goth first is actually like
I would
the
say
way it's
3.
done now is really cool. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
or 4.
I would say- I would
I
say
would
a
personally
3 or
go
4.
3.
I'll go 3 also.
Yeah.
It's not as insane as Queenswalk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 3. Yeah. Okay. And then gating, you're honestly, field is a lot faster now. So the second half of the encounter is a little bit faster, but you're still waiting a little bit. So, but the rest of the encounter is basically just high 2. So, I mean, is it like Queenswalk? It's either a 2 or 3. I don't know. I'll let you guys give the call on this one.
I'd give it a 2.
You are waiting for a while on field.
You are, but the rest of the encounter is like really, really.
Yeah, it's pretty
active,
fast.
and
It's very
it's very fast and active. So I think 2 is like.
Yeah. Depth.
There's really not a lot going on.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not
I
gonna
think it's
lie.
Like a 1.
I think it's like a 2.
Of the teams that have recently done Garden, they have told me that first encounter, like, if you're like decently practiced, there's not a lot of like crazy like variance.
It's not a 0 like fucking.
No, it's certainly not a
talent,
0. Yeah.
but if I were to be like thinking,
I think that this and Vault are conceptually similar in my mind.
Yeah,
I give it
that's
like
fair.
a 2.
That's fair.
I think that's fair. Fun. I've heard this encounter is very fun. I've heard this encounter is pretty fun.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
It seems all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 4.
No,
maybe
no,
a 3.
no.
Maybe a 3.
It might be a 3.
Yeah.
I think the 3 is totally like fair.
I think I'd rather do Gauss first than like Riven or Volt. So,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then consistency, I know if you're going for a crazy time, you're trying to get like, 2-man tethers, but like it's like a second of difference.
I'd give it like a
It's
3.
Yeah, it's
I think 2. 2 or 1.
you think it's a 2 or a 1 for
I think it's
consistency?
a 2. I think it's a 2. Yeah.
Why do you think it's that much?
What's dropping the consistency of the encounter, do you think?
For me, it's just what you were talking about before, where if you're running for a very good time, then you need the relay.
Honestly, I mean,
you
think
don't
even,
need it,
even the
need it,
best
but,
teams,
like-
it should just be -1 for that. It's not.
Yeah, I think 3.
That's fair.
I think 3
Yeah.
is.
That's fair. If you want to
Pretty
go for
fair.
that, that's fair.
Okay, so we're gonna give it a 3. There you go. Goss second encounter.
I'm the number 1 hater of this encounter.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah, Goss second encounter. Strat wise, I mean, you have 0 sub, obviously,
There's some early mid.
and then you have early mid. You have a lot of people. I think in the modern era of Goss second, like there's no like set roles anymore. Like people like flex and like rotate a lot,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. But besides that, you're kind of just killing 2 lanes of ads repeatedly. Like there's not much else to the encounter.
Like outside of
So-
doing like 0 sub is not exactly like
It's
something
not
that
like
I
a
would.
crazy
It's not
warping of
something
the
I would
encounter.
call like a massive departure, like a serious
It's just
departure.
being smart about.
I mean, like your average LFG now probably like 1 subs or something.
Yeah,
anyways.
for sure,
Like
for
because
sure,
I mean
100%.
everybody you have eager and
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
so like I think the only like large departure is early mid probably.
Yeah, early mid is pretty good.
Which is cool. This is like a 2.
I think a 2 would be fair. I mean, if Goss first is a 3, it definitely has to be a 2. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah.
nowhere near Gospel.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And then gating, there is the 15-second sub time every single time.
This is like a
1.
This is like a 1.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of weight.
There's a large.
Isn't it
portion
as
of
bad
the
as
encounter.
Morgeth?
Yeah.
There's definitely more active time. There's definitely
There's more active time.
The
but
encounter's
there's-
also longer.
But the encounter's way longer. I think like percentage of active
okay.
time is probably.
I agree with what
fairly
you guys are saying.
It's also perception though. You have to account for.
I also feel like when you're in the situation, it feels
Shorter, for sure.
When I'm thinking about it very similar to Vault for me in terms of
Because
gating.
you have to do stuff during while you're waiting for the sub.
Like it's not like Morgeth where you're in active time. It's just dead ass doing nothing. It's more like Vault where your gated
think
time
I
is
think
like you have
we can give it
this
like a
like
2.
passive action.
Yeah, I think it's a 2.
Yeah, I can give it a 2.
Yeah.
Depth. This is definitely one of the practice encounters of all time. So
This is 3 or 4.
It's either
This is a
3 or
3. I don't think it's sure.
I
don't think it's
Or
true.
it's not like sure.
No, I would agree. And there's other encounters
Like,
that will come later that are
there's like
definitely more
substratum and
Yeah.
other stuff. Like this is like a 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
fun.
I think this is boring.
No, I also don't enjoy this.
I've heard from the Guardian teams that have run recently that practicing second is not fun.
I would
like-
give this a 1.
Like ultimately,
I don't think
you're
it's a 0,
just shooting
but
2 lanes.
it
of
It's not a
ads.
0.
It is not a 0. I do think this is a 1.
I would give this a 1 also.
Okay.
This is not an enjoyable encounter.
Consistency. I mean, in theory, besides, I've heard that, I don't know if this is necessarily true. I think around when the Stickrubs team was running, I heard around that era that like you needed a certain relay order of the Angelics to like get an optimal encounter. I don't know if that's the case anymore because the sandbox is so much more flexible now. So I don't even know if that's the case anymore. But even if that is the case,
I mean, even if that is the case,
pretty
like how much of
consistent.
a time departure is that realistically?
It's a
Like,
pretty consistent encounter. I would say probably a 3.
I would also give.
I would
it-
just say safe.
it's
I
probably
could not
comparable to
argue
first.
with 3. I could not.
It's probably comparable to first.
Okay, next we have Goss Harpy. So current strats for Goss Harpy
It's a
is you-
duo one.
duo
right?
one spit.
Dual
Yeah.
one cycle. I also think we should be considering the like ongoing stuff at the same time. Like I feel like Consecrated and Sanctified, we should both for strats for both of these consider what's going on in each other's respective
Because it's
encounters.
split. I think they get bonus points. I think
Yeah.
that.
Oh, for strats, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
for
even
strats.
dual one spitting is like
No. Well,
That's cool.
as
Yeah.
somebody who's done dual one spit, like
Yeah.
when you compare that to, I mean, even if you compare it from an LFG and you compare it to like a trio garden or something like that, like it's vastly, it's even
Yeah.
like it's even vastly different from like normal duo heartbeat
Yeah.
in the way that you run like one
So
spit.
the question is 4 or 3.
I think it's a 3.
Yeah,
It's a 3.
I don't think it's quite a 4.
It's not like a completely.
Actually,
You're basically just
No,
eliminating encounters
this-
plus there's a split. Yeah.
I mean,
Like
the split
you're doing
is
the
just like
encounter
so
duo.
cool.
You're kind of just doing the encounter duo. Really, I would give it a 3 on its own, but I think with the split, I would give it a 4.
I personally think that for both of these encounters, we should consider the split. And as such, like
I think
for
Harpy
strats on this
is
one,
more
I would give it a
Harpy-
4, and
Harpy
Sanctified, I
is
give it
like-
a
I would
3.
Harpy
agree
4,
with that.
Sank 3.
That I agree with that. I agree
Harpy
with
4
that.
Sank 3.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely.
Well, Sank does have EM, but we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
That's why Sync is a 3.
Okay, you don't like EM. Okay, gating.
This is
Basically no gating. If
this
you're
is
doing
genuinely this is like a
3 or 4 easily.
You're basically
four.
just waiting for the
Higher
harpy to
score is less gating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
I would say
is
4, and also I'm pretty sure you're gated to stank. Anyway.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So
like this encounter is literally like.
I like it. It's a 4.
Yeah, no. Like you are doing something at all times. Period.
Depth. I mean, as this encounter is one of those encounters where like you meet the threshold of completing it.
What exactly is our? It's like skill ceiling and stuff, right?
Yeah, depth is like skill expression. So like, what's the difference between a really good team doing this encounter and like an okay team doing this encounter?
I think I think at that point, if you're running duo one spit, especially since now with like uncivil and stuff, the kill is so easy.
Yeah.
Because like at one point doing
It's still
like,
forgiving now.
Yeah. Like at one point doing duo one spit was a lot to do with damage.
Yeah.
Because of course like getting the one spit consistent is something. But
Now
that's
motherfuckers are both on stasis.
Yeah, and now you're both on
Yeah.
stasis and you one bag with uncivil, and so I think it's like while the encounter itself has like skill expression in it, once you're practiced with your ad timings and your meadow spawns and your relay routing,
It's hard to be
like it's pretty hard to be time lost. I think it's like, but I think that like the floor to do that consistently in the first place is high enough that it's still like a 2
It's like-
or a 3 or somewhere in that range.
It's not like, because we have Riven like a 1 for this. I'd give this a 2 personally. Like
Yeah,
I feel like it's
I think
kind of
Yeah. I think first encounter and this are probably fairly similar.
Okay. Fun. I think this encounter is
this is
pretty
the,
fun.
this is the most fun encounter. in
This
the
is
game.
like duo one spit harpy is like a 4. This shit is so.
Yeah, this shit is very fun.
This shit is so fun.
Yeah, both players are doing shit.
Yeah, this shit is so fun.
And then consistency. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get dual one spit with any lane RNG, right?
Yeah, you should.
Some are more annoying, but
Some are more annoying. Like 3 is.
If you want to dog out points for annoying, then 3, but otherwise it's a 4.
No,
I think it's a 4.
I
I'd say
think
it's a 4.
that despite the because it's not a major annoyance either.
yeah, and with
Yeah.
what you can be on, it shouldn't really matter.
like
what
you're on
lane
stasis
RNG
with
is.
fucking like whatever the hell you want. Yeah, I'd give this a 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty high ranking.
What an encounter!
Surprising.
Wow. Yeah.
Consecrated
Sanctified Mind. So
Like we
the
were saying
strats for
before.
this are basically like 1-1-1 on one side,
Yeah.
and then 1-2-1 on the other side, and then there's EM. Right, so you're basically doing trio regular encounter, except you're doing like in 3 portals, which most people in trio I guess don't do, and then you're just doing EM. So someone saves a Storm's Edge for EM. So it's not that interesting, I guess. EM is cool. I think EM is what saves us from being a 2. To be honest.
I genuinely think
Yeah.
I almost think with even with EM it's a 2, but I
It's
think
split.
It's just
I
because of the
I think
split.
3. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
just because of
when
the
you
split,
add
I
the
give it
split,
a
I think
3.
a 3 is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
3. Gating. There is
This
this
is like a 1.
One.
definitely one of the
This is like a
gating
1.
encounters of all time.
This is literally just standing
Even when
there.
you're doing a trio.
Yeah, you're just like standing there nervous. You're gonna fuck something up.
Yeah,
Like-
pretty much. It's just don't mess up by the time.
And then
you do it.
depth is also a fucking 1. You could
Depth is like, it's do we have 0? It's Kalli, right? Yeah, it's probably like a 1.
Yeah, it's like a 1.
I don't think this is definitely not Kalli level. But
Yeah, and then fun.
It's like a 2.
No,
Yeah,
this is like the most boring encounter.
Yeah, I don't.
This is what this might.
I disagree. I don't know if it's a- I don't know if it's a-
This is a 1.
This is a 1. This is a 1.
This is not.
It's not a 0. It's not a 0.
I don't think it's a
would give
0,
it
but it's
yeah.
a 1.
There's
It's a 1.
worse. There's worse
Um,
up ahead.
Yeah, there is worse up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is worse ahead.
This is like a
is-
1.
This is the 1.
And then we have consistency.
EM is completely consistent, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, then I like.
It should be a 4.
This
It
should be a
Should be
4.
like a
the
4,
1.
yeah.
This encounter is
Even if you get ground
impossible
modes,
to
it's
look
still.
Yeah, even if you get ground modes in the current economy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Alright.
Sank. DSC entrance strats. I'd say the strats for entrance are like pretty crazy now.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, I would say it's pro. I would say
This is
it's
a 4. This is a 4. This is ridiculous.
And then gating. I mean,
No,
you're
this
waiting
is
for
zero.
the airlock to open.
This is
I
0.
guess.
It's a 4.
Or 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a 4. Okay.
4.
And then depth.
Depth is
Extremely
4.
skill expressive. It's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
most skill
This
expressive.
is ridiculously
place in the
skill
game.
expressive.
Fun.
With 0.
It depends on who you're. It depends on who. It depends on who your entrance
I would
team is.
personally say that because
Should we split it down the middle? Half the team is suffering, half the team is.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I personally would say this is probably a 1 because although the 3 people are enjoying themselves, the rip percentage is so high.
Low key,
that a lot
even
of
the
time,
3 people doing
Are not enjoying
From what I've
It's
heard, are not enjoying
exactly,
not enjoying themselves.
Exactly, it's a 1.
Like
It's a
imagine
1.
if instead of sitting in orbit, you then had to do multiple.
And then
flips.
consistency is a 1.
I mean, consistency, like, it's not
1 or
the
2.
game. It is like mostly player
That's
stuff.
true,
but it is just so hard.
It's very
It's
difficult.
like a 2.
Yeah, consistency. The idea I had when I made the consistency column is how AIDS is it to run, and it's definitely AIDS.
This is a 30 out of 10.
Yeah, so
Like,
we'll
it's
give
a
it
1, yeah.
We'll give it a 1. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Crypt Security. The strats are.
This encounter looks very cool as an outsider. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of
I think that
different
like
POVs.
when if our strats idea is to compare it to an LFG, I think that like Like obviously, like hoop scanning and stuff is something you just find to know.
But you kind of
right
just
now.
do damage to the fuses kind of normally.
Yeah.
It's like optimized, it's like split up. And
Like some of the
but-
stuff is really cool. Like obviously,
Yeah.
you have multiple people. Oob, you have the basement breach.
Yeah.
I think it's very similar to Summon. Personally, like in terms of like in terms of
second?
viewing value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's
Because
it's like
the
a-
setup is interesting.
Exactly.
But the actual encounter.
Yeah,
is
like
kind of,
doing the
yeah.
basement breach and shotgun scanning
Okay.
panels and like that stuff's
So-
cool, but it's not like insane.
Yeah,
I think it's like a 2.
Okay, I think 2 is totally fair. Yeah, and then gating. You're
There's
basically
really
not
not
gated.
a lot.
You're not gated at all.
Yeah, so
not
it's-
at all. This is a 4.
Okay, depth.
One.
It's basically just op. This encounter is like an op skill check, pretty much, because like hipfire inquire into fuses is not very hard.
Yeah.
So,
It's like a 1. It's like a 1.
Yeah, we'll give it 1. Fun. I would say this encounter is pretty like on its own. Ignore the entrance that comes before it. On its own, it's
This encounter is so boring.
This is-
no, it's really short.
This is
the
like,
goal. The goal split for this
It's
encounter.
okay. It is short, but it's not sweet.
The goal split for this encounter is like 17 seconds.
It's short, man.
There's like what 3 people who just shoot the.
Shooting fuses is kind
I
of
would
fun.
give it a 2.
Because listen, because now you're on choir with onslaught, so you gotta like keep your onslaught.
It's like
back
counting
up.
to 6 in your
Also,
head.
it's important to remember that at the same time there are people in Oob who are preparing to do skips, which I would personally consider
that's
part of this
included.
encounter. So I think it's a 2.
I think 2 is fair.
I think it's
2 is
I think it's less
it's not,
cancer than
it's not
Desolation.
it's not offensive. It's
yeah,
not,
it's not like I'd say Sank is worse. Yeah, I'd say Sank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then consistency. I mean,
if you just mean completing the encounter, it's like a
no,
4.
this
but,
includes
like,
RNG in terms of like getting.
then this shit sucks.
This
man.
shit's pretty.
This
bad.
shit
Yeah,
sucks.
we've ripped.
Yeah, panel RNG is bad. Is really bad.
Fuse
RNG
RNG is basically doesn't exist.
Fuse RNG doesn't
Yeah.
really matter. Panel RNG
With onslaught choir, you can shoot back-to-back fuses. With onslaught.
It's a 1 or a 0. It's
Yeah,
whatever you want to
I
call
don't think it's a
it.
1. I think it's like a.
I could like reason with a 2.
I'd say
give it a 2.
I'd say
I could
two.
reason
I'd
with
say
it. I want to say 1.
I don't
but
think
I can
two is
reason with
ridiculous.
it.
I don't think
If your op is good, it's like not that bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Atraks.
There's almost nothing interesting happening at all.
Yeah. So Atraks, it's like you
the
do
two
ad clear,
loops.
which you do in LFGs, and then you one floor the boss, which you do in LFGs with the same supers, and then during final stand, someone leaves to go.
And the-
you lock.
The difference is that you have the 2 people in Oob or like whatever the fuck. it
Yeah,
is.
but it's like a 1. Like it's,
Yeah, the strats are like I'd say like a 1.
Yeah.
It's not the exact same, but there's so.
it's pretty damn
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah.
I think if like early top ads were to be a thing, this would rate a lot higher.
Yeah, it would be
for
like
me,
a 3.
But
Yeah.
it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
And then gating this encounter is
Gating.
fucking terrible.
You have to wait like
Low
40
key.
seconds at the beginning.
The only like gating in this encounter. I mean, I guess you have to wait for the pods to go up, which is like unskippable or whatever. And then like
You have pods. You have
waiting for
ads,
final stand is like
waiting on
you're sitting there for
final.
like 10 seconds. Yeah.
Like I
It's
don't
like half the encounter.
yeah,
like you're waiting for a significant proportion of this encounter.
I would say
on where I would
gating-
put
It's
it.
like a 2.
2.
It's
And if
got
you-
second. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got second. It's like
yeah,
It's 2, and if you really hate it, it's a 1. But I think it's 2.
I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, because the actual encounter itself is like a minute. And
Depth is a 1.
Negative
It's
2.
the
Yeah,
fucking-
depth is like low key.
You can-
This is genuinely
can
a
even-
0. This
you
is
can-
genuinely a 0.
Yeah, I don't know about 0.
I'll give the skip.
There's
point
definitely
there.
there's definitely been like different teams where like their ad clear was just like shit and like people couldn't figure it out. But
Yeah.
like it's just ad clear.
Okay,
It's
then
literally
it's
just
then
ad
it's a
clear.
1. Then it's a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
yeah.
It's a 1.
I want to give it a 0, but 1
Yeah,
is
it's basically a 1. No, 0 is like Kalli. yeah. Where it's like you kill the boss or you don't. Fun.
1.
It's not a 0, but yeah.
It's
maybe
not a 0. Yeah, I'd say 1.
Unless you are doing a
Atraks
skip,
practice
you are
is pretty
fucking
boring.
miserable.
Atraks practice is.
I can vouch. Atraks practice sucks.
And then consistency. This encounter, like outside of extinction, just randomly being late sometimes. It's like I'd say like a 3. I'd say like there's
I
like
would say it's
a little bit of clone RNG, but like honestly, clone RNG is not
The bar for this is the deepest, darkest pits of hell, but this is the most consistent encounter in the raid. So
probably Taniks is also pretty consistent.
this is more. I
Taniks is
think.
pretty consistent.
I think.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Descent. The strats for Descent are low key, kind of just trapping doors and doing fast suppress.
It's just like a
And
1.
There's like buff rotation.
This might be a 0.
I don't think it's a 0.
It's like a 1. If Atraks is a 1, this is a 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. Oh well, you have reses.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give it a 1.
Oh, yeah,
I'll give
there's
it.
reses.
I would give it a 1 for
You
reses.
have like I guess like fast up with mount on top or whatever, and like you have the buff rotation.
It's like you're just doing these.
There's like a floater. So
Like, I'll give it a 1 for
like Sweaticle
reses.
would not goon at all.
I was gonna argue for a 0, but with reses, yeah.
There's gonna be a 0 at some point, I think.
Yeah, we'll go 1.
Gating.
0.
You are waiting a fair amount, but a lot of it is like ad clear based.
The thing is that it's gated in like just about every traditional sense, except you're spending a lot of uptime ensuring that
Yeah,
like
it doesn't feel gated as much because if you have a fast descent, you're kind of on your ass the whole time.
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah.
kind of like moving your ass.
Yeah.
I think you could make an argument for even like 3 here, maybe even.
Yeah, I'd say 2 or 3. I'd say 2 or 3.
I'm leaning 2.
I feel
It's
like
not as bad as Atraks. I don't know.
I mean, I kind of like, I'm looking at this kind
No,
of
I think-
look
yeah.
at vault, right? Like for
Yeah.
ones we've currently ranked, I'm looking at this as kind of like a vault equivalent for gating.
And what we give it 2?
Yeah, like I feel like a 2 is reasonable.
I think
And
that
then-
Descent has a little bit more like time pressure than Vault does when it comes to that, but I still think it's in the same
There's
ballpark.
more-
Yeah, I think I mean it's in the same.
In like relative
Yeah.
scale, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like a 2.5 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, depth. There's definitely like if you practice the encounter, you definitely get a lot better at it.
Yeah.
I don't know about 4.
I think 3 is
I'd
fair.
say 3. It's
I think 4 is
yeah,
ridiculous.
I think 4 is a bit much. Yeah.
Fun?
Fun.
No.
No.
Can
this be our first 0?
It might be.
I think
Yeah.
Descent is maybe.
Some people like doing this.
I think Descent is one of the most terrible.
We are not
encounters to play in
asking
the
those
game.
people for their opinions.
I don't totally hate it.
I honestly
I would
don't mind
give it a
that
1.
much. I had one of the more boring rolls, and I still didn't mind it. I give it a 1. I'm not gonna say
Okay.
0. There's definitely zeros in our future, though.
I think Descent.
I'm
is,
ready for the 0.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah.
I think Descent is one of the most abjectly terrible encounters in the game in terms of enjoyment, but like.
Yeah.
It's considerably more active than the next upcoming
That's
hard
true.
ad clear encounter that I'm very
Oh
happy
boy!
about.
Oh boy!
Oh,
We're gonna
boy.
be handing out some donuts. Oh
I
boy!
think
Oh,
that
boy.
given that's in our future, I think a 1 is fine.
Okay.
Okay.
We're getting the ball ready.
Yeah,
I have a lot to say about what's up.
Easy 0 consistency. Or 1.
Consistency. Is it a 0 or is it a
Okay,
1?
because
There is literally like, isn't there literally nothing consistent about like?
early ads is completely like it's just
Early Ed is the
nonsense.
most bullshit thing
Yeah.
ever, and then you have reses on top of that, and the rest of the encounter.
Yeah.
And,
Like
a lot of shit can just like randomly.
I'll
happen.
give it a 0 for now, and then we'll see if there's other.
I just think that there is so little in control of the player compared to the amount of like just random bullshit that can happen.
I've said this before, but like DSC is probably the raid with like the least in the player's control compared to.
Yeah, and Descent
Yeah.
is the big
Descent
part of
is
that.
the
Descent
worst.
and
Descent
Entrance.
is it's also the 3rd encounter, not
Yeah.
even the first one.
It's completely
There's
terrible.
lots of raids with like AIDS, RNG first encounters, and then there's this one where it's the 3rd one. And like when you encounter right at the end of the encounter, you also reses, which is like wonderful. Okay, Taniks, strat-wise.
This is. I actually think this is a 0.
I mean, you do have the instant TP to mid.
The thing is, with the-
I don't think that that's. I do not think that killing captains is a strat thing. Like,
I don't know. If Atraks is the one, I feel like this might be a 1.
No, I agree. I think this is very similar to Atraks.
no, because Atraks. The only reason I didn't argue Atraks was a 0 is because you had skippers.
That's also
Oh,
fair.
I
And
That's
all of the stuff before Taniks, like the reses and the scripting getting pulled, like that's
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
that's
on
all in the
Descent.
Descent,
That's all
yeah.
on Descent.
Yeah. Okay,
Like-
okay. I'll give it a 0.
Yeah, no, because Taniks literally, you kill the ads, you shoot the cores, you dunk them, you do damage.
Kill the ads
Like,
and do damage again. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Gating, you're basically just waiting for Taniks to move. Which is like, you're not waiting that much, I guess.
I feel like it's a 3.
It's like a 3.
It's probably like a 3.
It's like a
Yeah,
three.
yeah, yeah.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Depth is a 1.
Depth, a good team versus bad team on Taniks. Yeah, it's probably like a 1.
I don't think it's a 0 because there is
No,
a degree of skill
definitely
expression
some skill
present.
expression, Yeah.
Except
I give it
the
like a
bar
1.
is just not.
It reminds me of Atraks.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll give it a 1. Yeah.
And then,
And then fun, I would say this encounter is definitely more fun than Atraks and Descent. I put it on the same level as security.
Yeah,
it's like a 2.
give it a 2. Wow, this raid really isn't fun. Holy shit.
yeah, this shit is terrible. This shit is terrible.
And then consistency-wise,
They're pretty high.
it's the starting ads tend to TP a lot, which
Yeah.
can be very
And
annoying
actually
in
starting the
pulls.
encounter can be.
Yeah, sometimes starting the encounter.
Starting the encounter can-
asset first.
It has
load
like
is
2 seconds of variance
Yeah,
sometimes,
it's super
and then
That's
the
like a
ads have
3.
seconds of variance.
I would give it a 3. It's like similar frustration to like extinction,
Yeah.
but maybe a 2. Maybe.
I really feel that it's a 2 because I think the starting shit in combination with the ads just being
Yeah, that is
really
2 factors.
weird.
Yeah, that is 2 factors. Yeah, I'll give it a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might revisit it, but I'll give it a 2. Okay, it's time. It's
Oh,
time
boy,
for the
here.
score sync of
All
a raid.
right.
Score sync of a raid right here. Okay.
All right, bet.
We have Vogue entrance. Strats, you're just lining to plates.
And skip.
Okay, I'll give it a 1. I can give it a 1.
Yeah, like a 1.
Yeah, I give it a 1.
You got
Half of the fire team is not there.
That's actually, I guess that's kind of true. Like you're.
And I'm not
Okay,
saying that.
okay. To be fair,
I'm not saying that's a good
I know, but to be fair, by the end of entrance, I think you only have one person in entrance. Like
Yeah,
you
with
do.
modern
Yeah, you
strat.
do.
I
So
feel
that's
like,
kind of unique.
I feel like if
a-
you're comparing this to like an average LFG clear or whatever you're talking about.
No, it's like a 2 or a 3.
I agree with
It's very.
It's a 2.
Yeah, when
I
you
mean,
put it in the context,
You have, this is like
comparing
the
it to
only
LFG,
thing
yeah,
that's going to
for
score
sure.
well on.
Yeah, I give it a 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Gating.
40.
That's a
40.
fucking
Negative
0. That's a
negative
fat
40.
0. That's a
That's a massive
That's a
zero.
goose egg.
You are standing in a corner shooting ads with Devour.
Depth. This shit tough. This shit tough. We give it this a donut.
Another donut.
Fun. Consistency. I gotta give it a 4. I gotta give it a 4.
It is getting saved.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh hell yeah!
So Confluxes strats are actually pretty unique.
Yeah, yeah.
They're actually pretty unique.
I
Yeah.
give it a 2 or a 3 for.
I
You
probably
got
give it
Luke,
like.
I guess it's like a 3.
I mean, being out of
It's
the
probably
map,
a 3.
yeah.
I give it a 3. There's a lot going on.
Okay,
There's a lot going on.
I just want to ask for the record is
Yeah.
do you include the skips like after the encounter as part of Confluxes or as part of Oracle's Templar? Like how do you categorize
Skip
that?
is included in Oracles. 'Cause,
Okay.
Yeah.
The person they like death warp back to flag, they get the temp and then they leave on action
Yeah.
skip.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Sounds good. Gating 0 or 1.
It's what do we have as a 0 right now? Okay,
I
Bog
give
answer,
0.
that's a low bar because that is legitimately you can't do anything.
The thing is, like,
I'm
can
gonna
you?
say right now, Gatekeepers is gonna be a 0.
Gatekeepers
This
is
is
a hard
probably a
0.
1
This is a
because
1.
you do have
Like,
impact.
there is
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a
Like
tiny
the
bit.
only things I have in my mind is zeros or Waking Ruins and Gatekeepers.
Yeah.
Like while just sitting here thinking it's not that bad.
Okay, depth.
You do see practice payoff to an
Yeah,
extent.
practice does.
Practice.
I would say.
payoff.
I would say if Atraks is a 1, this is probably also a 1 or a 2.
I think it's.
I think it's definitely more than Atraks.
Okay, it's a 2. Yeah, it's a 2. It's a 2. Because Atraks is literally just
Because
your first
you have to think like in the scope of the raid, there's very little time to save, and most of that comes from Confluxes. And
Yeah,
if you're really
okay,
well
that's
practiced
fair,
on
that's fair.
Confluxes, you're bound to get better times in.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
Fun.
0.
0.
Glad we can all agree on that. Consistency, I would say what's later in runs, I think Conflux has got pretty consistent. But there's a little bit of bullshit. A little bit.
There's a little bullshit. Like if you're like outside and you have like whatever like a fanatic or whatever.
like TP and Fnatic or something.
Yeah, like a fanatic and TPs on you and explodes.
It's just fucking annoying.
Yeah.
But it's really. It can be.
It's
It
like
was
a 2
getting.
or a 3, I think.
Yeah, it was really consistent near the end.
Yeah.
I think that like I think it's like a textbook 3 low key.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
There is a very slight amount of variance that can harm you in the encounter, but it's not particularly meaningful. I think that's what
Confluxes
3
has a
is.
higher score than Taniks and Descent.
Deserve.
I mean, on it, low key,
Genuinely deserved.
Low key, yeah, it's a bit.
All right, are we ready?
Oracles. I mean, it's basically just shooting them.
0.
fast.
And the
There
skips
was-
were counted in this.
Okay, I'll give it a 1.
Okay.
I give it.
Wait, they're counting in this? I thought we were counting.
Yeah,
in the
there's someone leaving on skip during Oracles. Yeah,
Okay, it can have
Okay.
one. It can
I give it a 1.
It can have a
I
one.
give it a
Yeah.
1. And like you do alternating shooting.
If it has a skipper, I think it kind of
You
has
got
to.
dual alternating. I think it's a 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gating, holy shit.
Holy fucking dog shit. Holy fucking
shit.
dog shit.
Yeah, that's a fat 0.
This is one of the worst in the game easily.
Yep. I love Simon Says. We all love
Yeah.
Simon Says.
I feel like weirdly enough, depth ends up
Depth-
being like
This is a
a
high depth
Yeah,
encounter.
depth is a high
Yeah,
depth.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a pretty.
I'm not gonna give it like a 4.
No, it's like a
Maybe
3.
even, I don't
No,
know.
I'm not gonna lie. This is a 3.
You think it's a 3? Okay.
Like practicing dual oracles with somebody that isn't familiar with it versus watching like you and Mars do it. Like the difference is fucking
And
enormous.
you also again have to think about it like in the context of what you're running for in the raid and like the small margins
Yeah,
of time.
yeah,
I think
it
that
does matter,
the
yeah.
skill expression in Oracles is very meaningful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Kovacs.
0. 1
It's
maybe.
either a 0 or
1 because
It's
of
Okay,
the
low key. No. If you're considering that half the team is doing literally nothing, I give it a 0. I won't give it a 0.
No. I think it's like I think it's a 1.
I'll
because
tell
of
you
that.
why I think it's a 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a 1 because sitting in orbit doing nothing is more fun than Waking Ruins or Confluxes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's fair.
So I think it's a 1.
And then you have people like rejoining and
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's fair. Okay. And the consistency. Oracles can be
Decent.
kind of annoying.
It's, like, decent.
Yeah, if you shoot them like really quickly back to back, they can like
They can desync.
yeah, they can do things. So
It's like a-
I give it a 3. I give it a
Three's
3.
okay.
That's
Three's
fair.
okay.
I give it a 3. Okay, cool. Templar. Well, current Templar.
This shit is some ass right
Current
now.
Templar. I mean, I guess the current strat is that you're supposed to use like a super generating exotic like Nezarec Sin or like Crown of Tempest to like gen your super crazy fast, and then I guess you nuke him. So I guess that's like a little unique. I guess I give it like a 1.
I would say 1.
This should have.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to give it a 1, but
Yeah, we'll give it a 1. Gating. Well, now that you have to wait for the
Now that you have to wait for the Relic Super, the majority of the encounter is waiting.
Yeah.
It's a 1.
It's probably a 1.
Yeah, it's a 1.
Unfortunately. Depth.
Also a 1.
This one might even be a 0.
It could be a 0.
I guess the
It's a
kill.
0.
I guess the kill needs to be like fast.
But
or
isn't the
something.
kill like hard to fuck up at this point?
I mean, okay. I think in the big 26, it's probably
Like right now,
In
I feel like
the
it's pretty
big
hard to
26,
fuck it
we are
up.
shooting the
Yeah.
Hydra.
Yeah, that's.
This is not Insta Break Sticky Grenade Templar.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not anymore. Ah, man, I don't know.
I think the 1 is a fair
Maybe
analysis
1.
of this
Maybe
because
1 is
you
like a
can
safe
be
pick.
you can be very stupid and just fuck up the kill on repeat, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, fun.
0. Now do you have to wait for Relic Super?
No, it's
Yeah.
easily a
Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
And the kill is not fun. Waiting is.
I also think the kill, like what you would probably do to kill the boss, is probably a lot less fun this season.
Yeah.
Way less involved.
Yeah. Consistency.
This is like-
I would imagine it's pretty consistent.
It's probably like a 4, honestly.
Yeah, I think
a 4, yeah.
You have to wait for Relic Super and then you just shoot the boss.
Yeah.
We're really close.
All
to
right.
the Templar
All right,
under
GK.
wins.
All right.
The 1 point I'll give it is
Okay.
1 in
There.
strength.
I mean, you don't duo anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
Oh
No.
my god,
Okay,
you're
okay,
right.
no,
Yeah,
okay,
you don't
okay,
do
hold
it
on. You don't
anymore.
do duo anymore? Strats, 0.
Yeah.
That's a 0.
Zero.
Gating,
Zero. It's a 0.
Genuinely,
Depth is
I'm being
unironically
serious.
0.
Can we give it a negative score for gating?
Maybe.
The entire
1 is
encounter
0
is
and
gating.
consistency is a 4. I mean,
Yep, that's it. That's the
that's
encounter.
basically the minimum. That might be the lowest ranked encounter. Gatekeepers is 4.
That shit is
Yeah.
dog
Yeah.
shit. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All right, and
Atheon. Strats, I
1.
mean,
1.
you do insta break all 3. And then,
that's it.
yeah, Okay.
You only have insta
we'll give
break.
it a
That's a 1.
Yeah.
Gating, you're waiting the entire fucking encounter.
Gating is pretty fucking.
I would
It's
give
like
it's either a
I would
0
give
or
this
a
a
1.
It's
0.
a 1. I'd give it a 1. It's not Gatekeeper Oracle Waking Ruin.
Yeah.
You're
okay,
right. You're right. You're right.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's
Yeah.
not like abysmal dog shit.
Depth
It's
is
bad.
also a 1. Just because you have a little. Depth
What's-
is also a 1.
depth? Yeah, depth is definitely also 1. It's just it's basically just the kill and can you shoot an oracle? It's
Fun. I think this encounter is also a 1.
Yeah, it's probably it's definitely better than like Gatekeepers. Yeah.
And then it's very
Dude,
consistent.
do not look at the
It's very
fun column for this rating.
Oh my god. Who else running bog? Oh, it has 6 encounters and a total fun score of 2. Of 2.
It has a gating score of 3.
Oh my god. Okay, I can't wait to do the average score thing at the end of this.
Oh my
Holy
god.
fuck, Vog is gonna be in the dubs. Okay. Vow Barge. Do not leak. Barge strats.
Do not look at strats.
I mean, Barge, you have a hunter entrance, and then the actual Barge strats now with I think they still do respawning now. They're like pretty. I mean, the only problem with Barge is like the waiting between all the stops. The actual like routing, it's like everyone does like a mini little route every single stop, which is like kind of cool. I'm inclined to give it like a 2 or a 3. I'm not sure.
I don't think that Barge is interesting enough at a glance, even including.
Oh yeah,
everything
compared to an
that's going
LFG, I
on.
would say like mechanically compared to an LFG, it's probably like a 2.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
I think
I don't
that's
even. I don't even think Sweatcicle would notice a difference.
He definitely would. He definitely would.
It's
He
not.
definitely would.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, if you explain it to someone, they'd be like, "Oh, that's cool." I
If
didn't
a
know.
reaction slot content creator watch, they
Yeah, they would.
they're fucking cool.
Yeah. Gating. This is gonna be where it tanks. Yeah. You were waiting like literally like 40 seconds or 35 seconds between every.
This
single-
entire entrance is waiting.
Yeah.
There is a little, like 2 seconds of action
Yeah.
occasionally.
And you're just basically jerking
This
it
is
with your friends
this,
between.
Yeah, exactly,
this genuinely like almost gives GK a run for its money.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say it is like
This is Oracle's
one of the most famous like we hate this encounter
Yeah.
because of how much you made
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Depth is like a fucking 1 or 0.
Depth is
bro.
like,
It's
you have skips.
there is this.
Yeah, okay. There are skips. Well, I mean, depth is more like skill expression. I think a good team does get yield out of practice in this encounter. I think it's either a 1 or 2.
I
I'm
don't.
okay. I'm actually
If Atraks is a 1, it should be a 2. If Atraks is a 1,
I think
it
it's a
should definitely
2.
be
Yeah, yeah.
That, I think it's a fair outlook. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
This just.
This
I
really
think-
depends on who you ask.
I think it's a 1. I don't
I think one's fine.
think it's
Yeah.
abysmal, horrible dog shit, but it's really boring.
Yeah, it's not-
that's fine.
It's not actively painful, but it's very boring.
It's also in the context of the raid, it's front loaded, so it's like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
into it. You're going into it.
You
doing
have
a lot of
activity
waiting.
already for it.
Yeah, it's
So,
not like the payload is between exhibition and Rhulk. You know,
Yeah, no.
ride the barge in the sky.
It's not a break. It's like this is what you're starting.
Yeah,
with.
you're
So,
expecting
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's also like it's a pretty consistent like even if it's long, it's a pretty consistent like first block of the raid. So
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Acquisition strat wise, I mean, definitely different from an LFG.
Yeah.
You do have a triple skip coming out of this encounter. I guess it's double skip now, but you do have like a bunch of skips coming out of this encounter, and there's like coverage and like different people watching different nights and stuff. Definitely not Shuro tier. It's a 3 or a 2. I don't think it's transformative enough to be a 3. Though.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
if you are an outsider watching this, I don't
You're like,
think
oh, cool, they're standing on the
Yeah,
boat.
it's a hyper optimization of normal strats.
a lot of the nuance,
chips.
a lot of the nuance of this encounter is like in the micro,
Yeah,
and
agree.
I don't think that justifies moving it up to a 3.
Yeah, because 3 I think is where you need to like basically transform how the encounter is done normally. I think.
Yep,
don't
I
think-
agree.
Yeah.
Gating. Unfortunately, there is
A
like
decent amount.
there's a 15-second timer between accept and resonate that you can't skip, and then there's also like 8 seconds or so waiting between every single night spawn. So
It's not
Yeah.
a point or anything.
it's not horrible.
I feel like
I think this is a 2.
I think this is like
That's probably fair.
I think in my head,
Honestly, I think with how much you like look around and think about and the
Yeah.
things you have to check, it
What
might
else do
be
you
a
have at
3.
a 3?
I think it's a 3.
Yeah,
Tanks
because
is a 3.
my personal comparison point here is like I feel like a similar type of encounter is Vault, except
This
you-
encounter is way more
the
accurate.
downtime between like there's a very different like difference in the like headspace you're in and the downtime between Vault and this encounter.
Yeah.
Like during acquisition, you're spending time actively thinking about what's going to come next and what the variations could
Yeah,
be. That's
and
not happening
during
in
the
Vault.
downtime. You are doing stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
during
yeah.
resonate downtime, you are like going back to your spot and stuff. I would say, do we think a 2 or a 3?
I would go 3.
You think 3?
I'm okay with a 3.
Okay, we can do 3.
I feel like this encounter is like
Because
pretty
gating,
accurate.
it is about feel as well.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing something, even though that segment is time locked, like that's that's fine. Depth.
This is pretty high.
This is up there.
This
This
is
is
pretty
up there. I don't know about 4.
I think it's a 3.
Yeah, it's probably a 3. It's like a 3.5 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something. This is one of the famous, practices.
Yeah.
Fun. It's pretty decent.
This
I
is
know
pretty
some
fun.
people hate this encounter, but I personally, it's pretty decent. I don't think it's like a 4 for fun,
No,
but
it's like a
it's like a 2 or a 3. It's like a 2 or a 3.
I feel like this
Crypt
encounter
Security is a 2. This should
It's
be
a
a 3.
three.
It
It's-
should be a
Yeah,
three.
this is a pretty fun encounter. I'd go 3.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then consistency wise, sometimes L2 Night is like a little bit annoying, and there's a bit of room RNG, so I'm gonna give it like a 3 instead of a 4.
It's not 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a
not
little
with
bit of annoying stuff in there. Okay. Caretaker. Strats. This might be a 0 besides the fact that you won floor. So just
one
for the
floor.
one floor,
it's a 1.
you can give it a 1. And there's also like someone. I think you do skip during the encounter.
Yeah, you do skip during
You
the
do 2 or
encounter.
3 with storms out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give it a 1.
It's okay with a 1.
Gating. I mean, you're really not waiting much.
Depends
in
who
this
you
encounter.
are.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean,
But
gating
it's
is
it's not like
you basically
bad.
run symbols and then there's like a small time lock segment before you do damage. You do damage, you go up to final stand, you do final stand. It's like a very
it's whatever.
I feel like my question is for like this specific category is like, do you really feel like you're forced into waiting a lot? And I don't
Not
think you do in Caretaker.
Not really, yeah, not
Like,
much.
and for that reason, I'd give this encounter like a 3.
Yeah, I'd
because
give it a 3.
Aren't
Even
you-
though-
aren't you
even
being
though
pulled as well,
object-
so you're missing like half the symbols anyways.
Also, like,
Aren't you being pulled?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
miss like half the symbols part like anyways.
Oh no, the people who are being pulled don't even do the symbols.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
well you're missing that time.
Yeah.
like,
yeah, you're getting
so-
going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So So you mean half the symbols like duration running phase?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
You're not actively waiting.
Yeah.
Just, the game is doing
You're
it.
getting joined anyway.
Yeah.
Depth with Caretaker. Honestly, it's like with Caretaker, did you kill the boss in one floor? And were you not extremely slow? Now, I will say, RTA symbol running your first 9, like compared to like solo running and stuff, there's definitely some methods there. But
Yeah.
it's not crazy. It's nothing
No.
crazy.
This is like what's the one floor like right now?
Yeah, I was supposed to say how's it
Very, very.
Oh, it's Hunter Grapple, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure you can format one floor right now. Yeah, like
Oh,
it's like
okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if you could trio.
Fucking
But
put it as
yeah.
a 1.
Yeah, I think a 1's
this is probably
fine.
a 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
With how easy the one floor is, yeah.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, Atheon is also a 1. No, that's
They're
fine.
probably pretty
Yeah,
solid.
yeah.
That's fine. That's
9 symbols, 9 oracles.
Yeah.
Easy damage.
fine. Caretaker.
Two? Two?
Caretaker is it's like fast, so it's not too. It doesn't like overstay its welcome. I think a 2 is probably fine. It's definitely more boring than that because yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then consistency. Sometimes symbols can be kind of annoying, but I think if you play around it well, it's usually fine.
Mm.
So I'd say probably.
Like how much would that
Okay, if
affect,
acquisition is a 3, this should definitely be a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 3.9. Okay. Exhibition.
My beloved.
Exhibition.
My
Okay.
beloved.
So exhibition strats are crazy. Yeah,
They're
they
insane.
are pretty
This is a
crazy.
4.
Yeah.
This is a 4 all
Your
day.
skipper is like underneath the floor, avoiding pervading, and like, there's a lot of. There's like early 3rd room. There's fucking multiple people leave on skip at different times in 4th room. Yeah,
This is a bigger departure than Queenswalk. This is a 4.
I think visually no, but like,
Maybe not
physically,
visually,
yes.
but
Yeah.
realistically.
Yeah, I would say so. Gating, you are not really waiting.
You are waiting for the door to
You're waiting
open
for spawn animation.
Yeah.
I would say 3 then.
I think this is a 4.
I would honestly, if Caretaker is a 3, this should be a 4. Because
Okay,
like if it's just like spawn
because
animations and stuff like
functionally,
that.
That's
like,
totally fair.
Because I was thinking ahead earlier and I was like, Epic Agrios. Would I give that a 4 for Gating? I was like, yeah. So it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a 4. Yeah.
Okay. Depth.
This is also a 4.
Yeah.
This is an insane
A team
practice.
that practices this encounter a lot will definitely.
This is an insane practice thing. There's so much going on.
Fun. Honestly, some of the people that I've talked to that have run Val don't particularly like this encounter, but I think it's great. So
Well, I've never run 6-man
never
Val. I've run trio Val a lot.
Yeah.
So I guess like it's vastly different because you don't have
Yeah.
the earlier and stuff. But
yeah.
like functionally, I think there's things that are definitely like annoying about it, and
Yeah.
obviously with like you know the other like high ratings with how much is going on.
I would say 3 is.
I think there's some things that lend it to not being super fun because of how involved it is and how
And the consistency, it's 4th room, 2nd right Glyphkeeper. That's all I'm going to say.
something like that.
Yeah. I think teams still haven't figured out how to make that 100% consistent as like the fastest possible spawn. So I'll give it like a 3 because the rest of the encounter is
Yeah, I think a 3 is cool.
Okay. That might be our highest scoring encounter so far. I don't know if there is an encounter that's all
Consecrated. I think Consecrated is similar.
Is Consecrated similar?
18 versus 18. They tied.
Wow, Consecrated is the fucking 18. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
yeah.
Okay. We have Rhulk. So Rhulk, the strats that differ from LFG are you have like 5 people involved in splitting the buff, so it's a little bit more engaged. And then you have for the top phase, you have like pre-death glaives, so you like shoot like a waveframe or something like that, and then you die before your projectile hits, and then it gives you the buff when you respawn. But because it doesn't like count as like a glaive being broken, he skips some of his animations.
I would
So you do that
personally
upstairs.
say that the like. Yeah, sorry.
The death strat is definitely like visually striking for like someone who doesn't like know the strats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I think the thing that you were saying at the start with the like, with the very start of the encounter, like P1 over that.
Yeah,
doing
bottom
all that,
phase,
right?
whatever, yeah.
I feel like that is not like a significant
No,
amount
it's
of the
pretty-
part for me to
that's
even
pretty
weigh that at all.
Yeah.
Like I would only do the top stuff with like the deaths and shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. For me, it's between like a 2 and a 3. I'm
I'll
leaning
give it
more
a-
toward 2.
I'm also leaning 2.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a 3. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting.
It's not that crazy.
Gating-
Even the top
this
stuff is
encounter
like
so
it's kind of like a
fucking terrible.
Gating. Yeah, you're.
It's pretty bad. It's
you're
like a
waiting for
1.
buffs.
I don't think it's like.
It's not quite 0 because you
It's
still
not quite
damage.
0.
It's definitely not a 0. It's definitely not a 0.
It's like a 1 though. It's pretty bad.
I would say, yeah, top you're waiting for glaives to spawn, and then bottom you are gated to dunks for like 4 out of the 6 dunks, I think, but it's still not that like it's like 1 sword swipe. So
I just don't think that. But I don't think that. Okay. None of the gating in the encounter is engaging in any capacity whatsoever. That's my issue with it. Like,
yeah, I mean, we'll get there when we get to
you were
fun.
talking about earlier about how a lot of this ranking is based on like feel, right? And I feel like Rhulk feels
It
terrible
definitely
to play
feels like a slog a bit. Yeah.
because you're just sitting there. It feels like you're sitting there for like a minute leading up to damage. For
Is it as bad as Atheon though? Because Atheon is like literally like a minute and a half of doing nothing.
I don't think it's.
I personally would say yes, but I can understand why you would think it's a 2 instead.
What else is a 2 here? We have like Descents. We have Atraks. I'd say it's on the same level as like Atraks. Honestly.
That's fair.
Yeah, I give it a 2. Okay, depth. Good team versus bad team on Rhulk.
Nothing really changes.
Not much. Yeah, I'd say a 1.
Yeah, I think it's a 1.
And then fun.
This encounter is terrible.
Pretty low.
It's really not.
It's
fun.
not like a 0.
It's like a 1 or a.
This is not Gatekeepers.
Nothing is a gatekeeper.
I think Caretaker's probably more fun than Rhulk. Yeah, I maybe give it a 1. I don't know. Caretaker and Rhulk. Yeah, I give it a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then consistency. This is basically 100% consistent encounter. Yeah, there's nothing that can go wrong here really. King's Fall.
Oh boy.
King's Fall. Okay. Relics on entrance. I mean, besides lining and like, I guess like early lining the relics and going through mid. I mean, that was visually striking to Swetsicle when he was.
I feel like
This is like a 3.
Yeah,
This is like
I
pretty
think that
different.
even though it is
the mechanics of it are simple, but like how it looks and how
it's like
planning
a
and
very okay. So the depth regarding the difference of what you're doing is like it's not really that crazy, right? But
Yeah.
like to an outsider that's looking into it, like they're only seeing that like 6 times. That looks sick as fuck every single
it's
time.
iconic.
Because you're not sitting there watching 1,000 ribs of it.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like Relics is like a very iconic, like you were saying, it's a very iconic.
Yeah, very
like,
iconic strat.
When I find early ships, it'll be a 4.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Early
Sure. Good
Early
luck, by the way.
early
We
ships
have
would be
looked.
boring.
Lord knows, me and you
I
have
believe
looked.
you. I believe you.
Yeah. No, there was an oob, like, we were trying to, like, needle storm, like, sticky mountain top stack.
Oh,
needle
up
storm
to
skate.
the top.
Up to the... No, going up there is easy.
You don't know what
There's a
happens.
massive pushback that you have to get through to, like, reach the...
You don't know what happens when I load in with storms.
The very first thing that I did when we got Swordmaster, whatever. Sorry, the dungeon thing with Eager.
Great focus, yeah.
I went on Worldline. I went to there and I tried to go through.
Oh, do you actually?
That was the first thing I had.
Wow,
to do.
really? I didn't even think of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I was
that was the
kind
first
of
thing. I was like, I'm gonna. Well, I didn't. I asked my good friend on a D2 to cover for me there because I have only farmed the dungeon on Hunter so far.
Yeah. Did you get her to try it?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay. Not surprised. Okay. Gating. You're basically not waiting.
There's
at all.
not
There's
any-
zero gating in this.
There is
encounter.
technically quote unquote waiting, but it doesn't feel real. You're not actually.
I mean, you're waiting for your
functioning-
teammates to dunk. So
You're not
you're
functionally
really
feeling the
fine.
impact of it. Like you could maybe go to 3. I think it's a 4 personally.
No, it's a 4.
I think it's 4.
It's 100% a 4. Depth. There's a pretty big difference between teams that practices and don't practice those. Is it a 4 though? Not really. I'd say it's like a 3.
I'd say 3.
I'd say it's like a 3. Yeah. Okay. And then fun. It's actually like when it goes well. It's
I think
like
it's
very
pretty fun.
It is very fun when it goes well. I don't know if it's a 4.
Plus, you have ships right after.
Okay, but ships is its own thing.
Oh, it's its own
coming
thing.
next. Yeah.
Is
So-
it? You don't
Oh,
have to-
actually, no, it's
No,
not.
ships isn't.
Okay.
We
I give it like a
ships
3.
in this.
It's a
I give it
4
like
for me.
I give it like a 3. I give it like a 3. I don't know. It is pretty fun. The 8th part is Riven.
I think with including ships in it,
I think if consistency is a separate category, we could give this a 4. We could.
I think it's very fun.
I personally,
It's either 4.
this encounter is fun and enjoyable, but I think that trading the consistency and the ribs is like not a part of it isn't fair. I think we should consider. I think it should be a 3.
I'll give it a 3.
Okay.
That's fine. And then consistency. Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's like a 1.
I mean,
or
Isn't it
2.
like mostly skill-based consistency?
There's definitely some people who
Like,
are
how much did we
unreliable.
dock like
So the thing is,
DSE entrance for this?
oh yeah, we did doc DSE.
Yeah, I mean, would you not compare this to?
Okay, but I would say
Well-
mechanically KF entrance is way easier than DSE entrance.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
Would you
I would
compare this
say-
to
And DSE
Queenswalk?
doesn't have any like consistency.
I think that's a good
or
comparison.
connection
Because
consistency.
the
What do you
Queenswalk, like what do we give Queenswalk? Because this is
in
Basically the same.
in
we
essence,
gave Queenswalk a 1. I don't think this
I don't
is
know if it's
as
that
bad.
no,
Because
It's
the
not as
Queenswalk lines need
egregious.
to be like very precise. Like these don't need to be as precise. They just need to knock.
you can work with worse lines with
in Kingsfall entrance for sure.
than you can in
The only issue with Kingsfall entrance is that you have 6 people lining each other unavoidably. So
Yeah.
no matter what, if someone has bad connection or is unlineable on your team, you need to deal with it in some capacity.
Yeah.
Whereas with Queenswalk, you can shuffle around your roster.
Yeah,
You
can adjust roles if needed.
So
slap that shit at 3.
consistency 3.
Maybe it's
Actually, sorry,
Other way
my
around.
mistake.
Yeah.
I meant 2.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's a 1, but I think it,
I think 2 is fine.
1 would be like a lot more terrible than it is.
Yeah, I think people chalk up a lot of the quote unquote like line RNG on Kingsfall entrance, and it is a lot of it is skill based, but there's definitely some stuff that's like just unavoidable. Which is very annoying. Okay, Kingsfall totems. The strat is
pretty-
it's
I
pretty
think
unique.
that this, I think that like, obviously the like very very basic dumbed down, it's extremely similar.
Yeah.
But like the way that the mechanics manipulated in this is just so
The
fucking
4-man
cool.
mid is like
It's so fucking cool.
yeah. I don't know if it's a 3 or a 4 though.
I think it's a 3.
I think it's a,
I don't. Okay,
Because at its core, you're still doing the encounter.
I don't think it's like a disgusting departure like Exit Queenswalk, but it's very unique.
I feel like another thing is like if you're looking at this like from like the outsider perspective, which I feel like part of this category is that like I don't think that although it does look really fucking cool, like you were saying, it's not as crazy as the Queenswalk or anything.
Yeah.
Sweat Skill's jaw would definitely drop further watching Queenswalk.
Yeah, like you're kind of at some point it's kind of just standing in a mid shooting galley. But like the actual mechanics of how it works and the solo totems look kind of cool, even if they're not super mechanically intensive.
For me, like the benchmark for like a 4 is like the Queenswalk effect.
it's
where
an
you're doing it.
enormous departure.
Yeah.
From, like,
And
you're doing something cool.
although this is very different, you're doing this completely separate how any LFGs or any normal player would do it. Like it doesn't fundamentally as a viewer look
it's
that
just a
different.
hyper optimization of the base mechanics.
Yeah.
You're not like shattering the laws of reality to do the encounter or something.
Okay, totems gating. not waiting for much in this encounter.
Except the end of the encounter.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're basically just waiting for the encounter to end. So, I mean, gating, there's like some like where you're kind of just waiting for ads to spawn, but like the faster you deposit stacks, the faster you get ads spawn. So it's like kind of an accelerating encounter. Is it a 3 or a 4?
I don't think it's a 4.
You don't
I think it's a 3.
Yeah, I think you are waiting a little bit.
There is a little bit of
There's
downtime.
definitely waiting periods, especially
Yeah.
for the people on the left. Yeah. Depth. It's not a 4.
It's a 3.
It's a 3
It's
or
a
a
hard
2.
3. I think it's a
3 or a
hard
2.
3.
I think it's inarguably a 3.
You think it's a 3? Okay.
I think it's a hard 3.
Okay, we can give it a 3. Fun. Okay, so half the team is pretty bored, but half the team is having fun. So 2. You think 2?
I think 2, yeah.
I think 2 is fine.
fine.
Because I feel like if I were to think about wanting to run this right, I feel like Totems, although this is like we're like we've rated so far, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like as a player engaging with it, I don't think it'd be that crazy. So.
Yeah, you have like the 2 right rolls, and then like even the solo rolls are kind of boring, and the 2 left rolls are definitely boring.
Yeah.
Okay, consistency. I would say this is it's a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's extremely
Like
consistent.
no RNG things.
Warpriest. Strat wise, you do literally nothing different.
0.
Now that I think about it,
This
it
is genuinely
it
a
is the textbook 0.
It is the
Actual
exact same.
single verbatim
Exact
0.
same.
Yep. Gating, you're definitely waiting like
is like
quite
a
a bit for ads.
It's like a
to
lot.
spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's not the worst thing ever, but it is.
yeah, you're definitely waiting around.
I feel like-
give it a 1. I give it a 1. You're waiting a lot.
Yeah, I feel like in some sense it feels very similar to Rhulk in my head, so I'm personally compelled to
Maybe
more
2
lean
is not
towards
bad.
2.
2 is not bad.
Because although it is very heavily gated, it doesn't feel terrible.
It's basically like it's a completely like just ad clear encounter. So yeah, I guess I think 2 is fine. Depth. Yeah, the difference between a good team and a bad team doing Warpriest these days is probably almost nothing.
Yeah.
You could if you wanted to argue for a 1, I would say 0 because
I give it a
there's
0.
just no.
I give
I give it a 0. In the
There's
big,
no way you're not killing the boss.
in the big 2-6, in the big
Kill is, like,
2-6,
perfectly fine.
Kill is 0-9 is as free as it's ever.
Okay.
Fun. Some people hate this encounter. I think it's over pretty fast.
it's just a 1.
Yeah,
It's
this
a
encounter's
one-
like a minute long.
This boss is pretty
So-
fun to shoot.
Yeah, it's like
It's like a fun
it's like the
boss.
archetypal. You're not in pain, but you're not having fun.
Yeah, I give it a 1.
Okay, listen, I want to button on that real quick.
Yeah.
Is that again comparing to this Rhulk, I feel though a lot of the value in the enjoyment of this encounter comes from the damage. And I think the damage in this encounter is pretty cool.
Yeah.
At least generally speaking, it's been.
Yeah.
And the pre-mechanics beforehand aren't that boring, so I feel like it should be a 2. Although I understand why you would put it in a 1.
I would not.
Because I've always personally kind of enjoyed this encounter a bit.
I don't think I
So,
give it the
I think
same
everything
tier as
but
last one.
damage is really boring. Though.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
literally just straight ad clear.
That's fair. If you feel that way, that's completely fair.
And then consistency. This is 100% consistent. This encounter is
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Golgoroth. Strats. I mean, I guess you have a skipper. You have a Storm's Edge skipper leave after taking gaze, which is kind of interesting. I
The
guess.
1 point for the skip is going to do a lot of favors to not give this a
Yeah.
skip. Like,
Yeah, we can give it a 1. I think that's.
I think
probably
one
One for skip.
Yeah.
Obligatory one for
Yeah,
skip.
pretty much. Okay. Gating. I mean, it's basically just completely ad gated. We kind of have to give it the same score as Warpriest because they're essentially
Yeah.
the same
Yep.
powers. Yeah.
Yep.
Depth. Difference between a good team and a bad team with gold. I think these days,
What's the state of the
kill, it's fucking easy. 1 bubble is easy.
Then it's fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
It's shit.
It's basically, it's basically a 0.
Yeah.
Fun. I think more people have fun doing damage to gold or like doing gold compared to Warpriest.
I think it's in the same.
Functionally, they're not that different.
I think this is just in the same.
Yeah, I give it a 1. And then consistency. Yeah, this is a consistent guy.
Yep.
Okay.
I think all those ratings make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Daughters.
This shit is really fucking cool. Personally.
Yeah, the way you do strat now is like, yeah, the new strats are pretty cool.
Because
I
if
would say.
you have the rejoins, you have the jumping up,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
all that shit. I think all of it comes together to look very. It's very similar to like Totems
I think
in
it's
my
another
opinion.
3.
Yeah,
I think it's like the exact
I
same-
think a 3 is fine. Yeah, I think
Conceptually,
3
this
is
is the same level as Totems in my
fine. Yeah,
mind.
this encounter also has like room to grow in the future with
Yeah.
some strats. that
Yeah.
we looked up. Gating. You're not really waiting for much in this encounter. Not really. Yeah, you're not really waiting for much. I don't know if it's a 4 though.
I think it's
There's a little bit of
like
downside.
3%.
I no.
No, I think at some point you have to. There's like You have to be realistic that like
Yeah, there's not much weight.
there's not.
This,
It's like,
this is like fucking Relics if you have rated
it's
them.
It's a fairly long encounter, all things considered, in like the grand scheme of encounter timings.
It's like a minute 10. It's
Yeah,
pretty short.
it's like-
it's a pretty short encounter.
But like relative to the waiting amount, it's really
No.
it's
The
like
percentage of
Getting
weighting
the
is
water.
like very minimal. Okay,
Yeah.
depth of daughters. This is maybe the most practicable encounter in Kingston.
I
Yeah,
personally think that Daughters is like, because this encounter is like the difference between bad team and a good team. Is that
Yeah.
I feel like as a bad team, you will end up subtly losing a lot of time over the progression of the encounter. It's not going to be particularly egregious in any particular segment, but it's like stacks up over time. And it's not a huge amount, but like
I'd say it's like a 3.
I think 3 makes sense. Yeah.
I think 3. I don't think it's a 4. I don't think it's that expressive. Fun for daughters. It's pretty fun.
This
I
is
mean,
my personal favorite encounter in Queenswalk.
Yeah, I mean, you don't do bounces the way you used to, though. And it's
That's
a full
true.
6-man.
That's
Yeah.
also true.
It's
But-
pretty traditional now, I think.
It's more traditional now, but still at the same time, the encounter is like it's pretty
naturally
breakneck.
dynamic.
Yeah, it's
naturally
dynamic. It's pretty breakneck. Like you're doing a lot. I think it's a 3.
dynamic.
The only reason it's not a 4 is because you're not doing the cool lines.
Yeah.
Like I feel like 4 is like standing out as very interesting, very fun.
Yeah.
This encounter doesn't. Do
This
that
encounter is
anymore.
also 100% consistent. So I go for 4. Oryx. Strat-wise, you are...
There's really nothing.
Yeah, besides like early grab on 3rd and like jumping through mid for first, second.
even then, I don't.
LFGs do that at this point.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I'll
anything.
give it a 0. I'll give it a 0.
Yeah.
Gating. There are definitely some animations you have to sit through on Oryx.
you gotta wait for
Yeah, you gotta wait for
across
him to
the
move
map.
and slam and
this
Final
motherfucker's
stand.
slow as hell, bro.
Yeah, he's slow as hell. I mean, and then during mechs, you also kind of feel like a bit of waiting.
Maybe a 1 or a 2. Probably
Yeah,
a 2.
I think a 2.
2.
Yeah.
I can't see.
I don't think
going
it feels like
worse than
Rhulk. It feels like
Warpriest.
Rhulk. It feels
Yeah,
like Rhulk.
I would agree with that.
It can't
It's
be
very
worse
similar
than
to Rhulk.
Warpriest.
Yeah. Depth. Good team versus bad team. As long as you're not trolling, really, there's not a lot of depth here. There's
Yeah.
not a lot of depth. I would say if Rhulk is a 1, this is probably also a 1.
Yeah, I'm
there's
cool with
not
that.
a lot of depth here.
Yep.
Fun. Oryx is kind of just a cooldown period.
I feel like
for
to me it's a trademark too. It's like
Yeah.
definition,
Yeah.
fucking
Whatever. Just
It's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just chill. Honestly, I might even give it a 1.
No,
no. Warpriest and
no,
Golgoroth
no,
one.
no,
Warpriest
no.
and Golgoroth one. Yeah, no, it's a 2. And then consistency. Okay, well, I mean, there is the 10-second time loss.
there is
of
a
bottle
50-50 present, but like at the
Yeah.
same time, like
This is a.
it's impossible.
It's not
It
a
is
3,
it is
it has to be.
impossible to fuck this encounter up. I would
Yeah.
put it at a 3.
I don't think it's a 3. 10 seconds is a lot of time.
10 seconds.
What is the encounter?
The encounter itself, I think it's like just over 2 minutes.
I feel like in the scope of the entire raid,
But when you're running for a really good time, and the final encounter is a 50-50.
quite a bit
Yeah,
at the very
it's the
end.
very end of the
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 2.
that's-
I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a 2.
if, I suppose you're right. If you're considering this like as the encounter
It
at the
sucks
end
that
of the
it's
raid,
literally the last encounter.
then
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense. Because to me, like if this were to be like the first encounter, I give it a 3 every time.
Yeah.
But this is the end of the raid. You're getting there only like one every fucking 300 attempts. Like
yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty fucking rough. Yeah. Ron first encounter. Strat wise, I mean, you're kind of just doing the encounter normally, but with 6 people now that DSM is patched.
Yeah.
So yeah, the 6 people like fluidly moving and stuff and like covering everything is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, it's not transformative, so it's not a 3. I think yeah, it could be a 2.
This is easy too.
Yeah, could be a 2. Gating, you're not waiting much at all. Yeah, pretty much not at all. Kind of, but like
Well,
it's
not-
basically
not
it's almost
necessarily.
as they spawn that you're killing them.
Yeah.
So you can't like galley them instantly, but like it's like a little bit control, but it's like 2 seconds of waiting max.
Yeah, it's
And during those 2 seconds, you're like precisely getting ready to.
yeah, but like you're like borderline gated for us.
Yeah.
this is so much a lot of encounters even over. I feel like it's just a 4.
Yeah, I
Like,
can give it a 4. That's fine.
Yeah.
Depth. It's definitely a practice encounter. It's not as much depth as Scission. I would say it's like a 3.
I see this being conceptually similar to Daughters and like a
Yeah, I can give it a 3, and I'll probably give Scission a 4. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Fun. This is a pretty fun encounter. It's a pretty fun
Yeah.
encounter.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a 4, but I think 3 is probably fair. I think people like Scission more. Actually, my Ron team hated Scission but
Yeah, but I feel like your run team kind of hated everything.
I mean,
right?
yeah, my
so-
run team also was like I don't know, 5K attempts that year.
Yeah,
So,
like it gets to a point.
yeah, it really does. So I think fun, I give it a 3. And then oh wait, I said fun a 3? Yeah, fun. Yeah, fun's a 3, sure.
Yep.
And then consistency. There's like one RNG stuff in Fort Set that we wouldn't run, but if you have 6 people, that doesn't exist anymore. So
4 then.
it can be a 4. Scission, strats, you're basically just doing the encounter normally except with well skating. So, I mean, even LFGs well skate these days. So
I really think it's a 0. Like,
I mean, I guess having 6 people do the routing is like a little. I feel like 0 is a bit much.
It's a 1.
Yeah, I can give it.
I also
I
think
think you're
from an
right.
outside perspective, specifically
I think
with
you're
the
right.
comms,
Yeah.
is I think that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest difference is unironically what people are saying, like with the comms all
Yeah.
being active,
Light
and
dark,
everyone
light dark,
saying
light dark, light dark.
because like I mean you your average LFG run people are just fucking like just saying random shit or delayed or they won't say
Yeah.
anything or anything. So I think that's like in terms of actual stress, like from an outside perspective, that's the actual most interesting part of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Gating, there is no gating in this encounter. pretty
Yep.
much. Depth, yeah, this is a practice encounter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Fun, people like this encounter. I think if you're not 5K attempts deep, I think people
Yeah.
like this encounter.
This is like definitely like. I
Probably
think
give
it's
it a
not
4.
like a flawlessly fun encounter, but I would still give it a 4
Yeah, I-
probably.
Yeah.
And then consistency, yeah, this is also a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in the same
Explicator.
neighborhood. It'll be like-
Explicator
Yeah, I'll be
strats. Explicator strats. Besides lining planets, there's not that much.
No.
Besides like 2 plating, I guess.
Well, I mean, you have a skipper.
Oh yeah, you do have a skip. toward the
I'd
end of the
say
encounter.
I would say like
Maybe a 2.
Yeah. I'm cool with a 2.
yes. I don't.
I really don't. I think the 2 is too much. I really do.
You think 2 is too much?
I think the 1 for skip, but like I
No,
mean,
you're right. You're right.
I think 1 for skip, and then like I just can't see it being.
Lining planets is not particularly like
It's
wow,
not-
crazy. Like,
And it's
obviously
also
they're gonna line planets.
not like such a big departure speed wise. Like obviously it's faster, but
it's the obvious choice to make.
yeah, and you're not cutting like it's not like you're cutting huge. It's not like you're like in ships or something where you're cutting huge sections.
Yeah,
out.
it's like obviously they were gonna well skate the planet.
It's faster, but it's not like a revolutionary, and it's not like they're saving like a minute doing this. They're saving like
Yeah.
small amounts of time each time they do it.
And then gating, you do have to wait for planets to move, and boss does take a while to start damage, but it's not too bad. I would say it's probably not as bad.
I mean, while planets are moving in the bottom, like your ship's losing ammo, you're coming out.
Yeah, it's probably. Is it as bad as Oryx? and
No.
Golgoroth?
It's a 3.
No,
I think
it's
it's
like a 3. It's like
yeah.
Absolutely not as bad as Oryx.
I think it's easy 3.
Depth, it's not as much depth as Scission, that's for sure. Is it similar depth to Cataclysm?
I feel like looking at like Daughters, for example, here's a great comparison point. I
Yeah.
feel like Daughters and the Explicator are very similar levels of depth in terms of like practice, but I could be mistaken.
No.
I haven't ran
I
Daughters
think
in a long
this is a 2.
time.
I think
Daughters is definitely more depth.
This is a 2.
Yeah, this is
Daughters is more? Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
for sure.
I have not touched Run in a long time, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
no,
helpful
Explicator it's not. Yeah.
knowledge. Okay, cool.
Fun. I mean, it's okay. 3 or 2.
I'm cool with a 3. I'm actually cool with either of those. I don't feel strongly one way or the other. If you have like 10 billion
If
hours.
Oryx is a 2, I'd say.
Is it more fun than Oryx and Totems? Yes.
It's definitely
Agreed.
more fun than Oryx. Yeah. And then consistency wise, even with bad planets RNG, like these days, it's not really like that.
I would personally say it's like has to be a 4. I
probably-
don't really see how
I
it's
guess
not a 4.
Explicator plates are kind of annoying sometimes. I give it a 3. I give it a 3. There's some minor stuff. There's some minor stuff.
Yeah,
that's
for the
annoying.
minor stuff, we can give it a 3.
Yeah. Okay, Nez. Strats are basically just 6-man running nodes, which I guess you don't do in LFG, but there's no skip or anything, so it's kind of a 0.
I mean, would you count pulling aggro and like as part of that?
People low-key do that in LFG too to make sure the boss doesn't run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it like a 0.
Yeah.
I give it a fucking 0. I mean, low-key, the Ascension clone strat is kind of cool. I'll give it a
and I think
the
that would
shred
be
is
something
cool.
that
The
if I was watching it as someone that just didn't watch anything, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. Like I didn't think about that. Like
Yeah.
as like an
Yeah, that's pretty
immediate
cool.
So
thing.
for those of you that don't know, so the Ascension clone strat is basically Nez does this boop attack where like he shoots out these purple seekers underneath him when he slams, and if the seekers hit someone or try to target someone, he TPs. So K3 did a lot of testing and he found out that if you make an Ascension clone in the air and then break it while he's about to slam, he just doesn't spawn any purple shit. So I don't know. We tried a bunch of stuff. I tried putting a glade bubble under his feet to trap the purple wheels from moving. That didn't work. So yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a 1 for that. Gating. You're not really waiting for much in this encounter.
There's really a lot of downtime. Like
Yeah.
there's the going into damage downtime for some people.
I guess.
That's it.
I mean, low key is like
No,
as long
there's
as you
like-
kill
there's
the
like
ads,
nothing.
you basically
Yeah,
start
exactly.
damage,
There's
Even
like
then, there's
nothing.
basically
right?
nothing.
Yeah,
This is a
basically
4.
like
This is a
that.
4.
I'll give it a 4. Yeah. Depth. This is not a very deep.
It's not great. It's like
I feel like a fucking like as a comparison point. I feel like any team that is like modestly capable will be capable of doing this.
It
on
reminds me of
solo
Oryx.
or
It
something.
reminds me of Oryx.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, fun. It's decently fun.
Mhm.
It's like not super boring. Damage is chill. I'd say it's not as fun as Cataclysm. I give it like a 2. Give it like a 2. You're just running some nodes. You're doing damage. Pretty chill. And the consistency, I give this a 4. Like,
Yep,
that's
definitely.
pretty consistent. Yeah. Crota's
Fucking
end.
Crota entrance.
Crota entrance. I mean, strat wise, you're killing ads and then you're like throwing a tangle so you can hover and hit like early CP. So, I guess there's 4 people on.
The 4 people on skip is
I give it a point.
and it's like and it's not like they all leave at the same time. It's like
yeah, there's a bit
it's
of strat.
it's truncated. Like
Yeah.
so it's like
Yeah.
that's the best. I mean, it's the best way I can describe it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like they're all going.
That's several times. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the-
So it's yeah.
Gating. Yeah, there's definitely waiting.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Yeah.
your chalice matters obviously, but yeah, there's definitely waiting. What's in the 2 category? If Golgoroth is a 2, I'll give this a 2.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Depth. This might be a 0.
This is a
This is
zero
like
to me.
this is
How
like,
fast can you Trinity Ghoul the ads? Like this is a 0.
this is near negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody enjoys that
Consistency,
shit.
it's a 4. It's a 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Abyss and Bridge are going to be a little bit controversial, but we'll see what happens. Abyss, I mean, the strats are, compared to an LFG, if you do backwards Abyss, which I think is like the best strat right now, it is pretty wacky.
I'd say it's like Daughters then in that
Yeah,
case.
it is.
I,
This is
pretty
a 3 to me.
I think an Abyss and Daughters are very
I
similar.
think it's
though.
3. Yeah, 3 is fine.
Were you gonna say, Liz?
Yeah.
3. Yeah. 3 works.
Okay.
Gating, you are, final Enlightened plate, you're definitely waiting for a bit, but besides that, the rest of the encounter is basically just gated to movement.
That's like a 3.
So yeah, I think 3 is fine.
Yep.
And obviously, at the end, like your ad clear also matters. It's not like you're just sitting there. On the
Yeah, you're not like just
Yeah.
sitting there fucking done with everything.
Yeah.
Yet, so
Depth. With modern strats, like you do need to practice, but it's nowhere near as deep as like Bridge. I'd probably give it like a 2. Probably give it like a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's similar to Explicator. Yeah.
Yeah. And then fun. It's pretty fun. Most people are doing something most of the time.
Yeah, you're pretty active.
You're
It's
the
nothing
scouting
like
and moving.
It's like,
exceptional.
okay, I don't know how insanely engaging I find most of the things you're doing, but you're also not doing fucking nothing.
You're not doing nothing. Everyone's moving for most of the time. So I would say it's like a Nez level of fun, probably.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just chill.
I'm super cool with the 2. I'm super cool
it's
with
like a
the 2.
2. And then consistency, there's RNG. Abyss RNG used to be really bad, but I think with backwards Abyss or like partial backwards Abyss, it's not that bad. I'll give it a 2. Is it as bad as Or? Yeah.
Yes.
Abyss RNG is
Yeah,
bad.
but
Yeah,
it's
it
better
is.
than
It's better.
Yeah, yeah. The only saving grace is it's the first encounter, right? Okay, Bridge. Strats
Okay.
are pretty fucking wild.
This is the only encounter where I think watching when you are literally just speaking visually, it doesn't look as
the
like,
start of the encounter is
it doesn't look as ridiculous as something like Queenswalk or like Exhibition. I still think it's a 4.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
The
it
strats
is-
are.
There is a ridiculous amount of stuff going on.
This is probably the encounter with the most planning in 6-man for each individual role, like of
Yeah.
any encounter.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a complete departure from what like an elf.
Like even though it's not like visually like jaw dropping is different on like a reaction level, the actual departure from what you
The
would do
rotations of
normally
players
is just so it's ridiculous.
Gating. I can't give it a 4 because at the start of the encounter you are still kind of just waiting
Yep.
and killing ads, but after that it starts to pick up.
3.
So I give it a 3. Yeah.
There's like a 3.4.
Yeah, this is a 4.
Yep, this is a 4. Easily.
Easy 4. Fun depends on who you ask.
I would personally say I really don't enjoy playing this encounter, even though like it is very like high depth.
I think
Yeah.
it's really cool,
Elongated.
and I think how cool it is carries some of the fun.
Yeah,
at least
for sure.
At least
it
for a
definitely
bit.
carries something.
For it, yeah.
I
I would personally go 3 here.
yeah, it's more fun.
I give it
Because there's
it's a-
definitely space where you could find more enjoyment in the encounter, but
Yeah, consistency wise is 4. Like, it's like there's some RNG with like where the knights spawn, but like if you're
Yeah.
if you're
It's just the
it's just fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Irriute with Irriute with modern strats is still like pretty wacky.
What even are the modern strats?
I think you have one person fill Chalice and blink one of the wizards, and then you bait to doors on the other wizards, and then you have someone's like Storm's Edge breach through like the ceiling to get into mid early to like kill the knights. So like Chalice fills faster, and you get like middle door drops faster.
Okay.
So it's like pretty wacky, but it's not like insanely wacky. I don't know if it's like a abyss level of like weirdness. I'd say maybe like a 2.
I feel like if you're looking at this as an outsider with what you just said, I would go 3 personally, but
Maybe.
I can kind of swing either way with it.
I'll give it a
personally.
3.
I could do it, yeah. Or 3.
I'll give it a 3. Yeah. And then gating, you are waiting for ad spawns at the start, I guess, and you are chalice filling.
There's also like a 3. There's no.
I mean,
if bridge is the
you're kind of.
3,
I mean, you're baiting wizards, no?
yeah,
And you. I mean, they can be really bad.
yeah.
They can be like not.
I'll give it
not,
a 2.
Not inherently, but they can be pretty.
It's-
bad.
They can, yeah.
The
They
gating
can have.
is not as good as bridge and abyss. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah.
They can definitely have some aids.
Depth of Irriute. It is a practice encounter, but it's not a crazy.
It's like a 3 maybe.
2
or 3.
It's a 2 or 3.
I feel like this is like a best bro. Like, I don't know.
I think I'd be cool with a 2.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2. Fun, it's not that fun.
This encounter is really not enjoyable.
Probably
There's nothing you do that feels like that, like interesting to do. Like,
It's like kill a bunch of ads and then wizard damage.
yeah,
It's not as boring as gold. I'll give it a 2.
yeah. I don't think it's like Golgoroth tier, like in terms of enjoyment.
Okay, consistency. I mean, wizard RNG is kind of annoying. Probably a 2.
Yeah, I think this is very easy too. It's not
Yeah.
completely terrible. It's not particularly good. So
Yeah. Okay. Crota himself. Strats are you sort out on flag place or on like circle appearing. And then I guess you one sword, which I mean some LFGs even one sword I think, and that's pretty much it.
it's just a 1.
Yeah,
It's not the same thing. It's only the sorting out of the start. That's all it is.
pretty much. And then I guess there's like early CP as well, but that's not enough.
I don't
Yeah.
know. No, I don't think.
Gating. Yeah, you definitely do a little bit of waiting at the start, and then you have to wait for the chalice to fill. Everyone's just killing ads, and then you just go kill him.
Like a 2.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think
too.
maybe like relative to the length of the encounter. I think it might be like
Maybe it's 2 is probably I'd say 2. It's fine. Depth. There is almost no depth in this encounter.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a 1.
It's it's like
It would just be one sorting.
yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
No, but that's not like hard.
But yeah, it's not hard. It's.
Yeah, it's
How
basically
easy? Well, I shouldn't ask how easy, but I'm almost just curious. How do you kill the boss now?
probably swords still. Probably like Wolfsbane or something. With
I
triple
mean,
tick.
sword damage is
Yeah.
always fun.
Triple tick
so.
method. Upper hand triple tick method. I'm leaking it soon, don't worry.
Okay.
Fun. This encounter's not that fun. I mean it's
I don't think I've ever met anybody in my life
It's like a
who,
1.
when
It's-
talking about encounters, like enjoys Crota.
Yeah, no, it's not that fun. And the consistency, I mean, if you have multiple people sort out, like someone's gonna get out. So I'll say 4. Like it's not really inconsistent. Okay,
Alright,
SE time.
Substratum.
SE time. Here we go. Strats for first encounter. They're pretty wacky. The strats for first encounter are pretty wacky. Yeah, like the res warp to middle. Like there's a strat now where like you keep people trapped in rooms
Yep,
intentionally instead of having them go mid on first tormentor, and they just like you like organize them so it's like guaranteed to like every permutation of room that's possible. You have people already in those rooms,
Yeah.
and then you have like the middle close as well, which is like pretty cool.
I feel like
I don't know about 4.
all that considered, even I feel like all that considered, even
Visually,
with,
there's not much.
even with skip, there's not visually much going
Yeah.
on, like you're saying. Like,
Yeah, 3. Gating is like it's like a 4. There's
Yeah, there's not-
this is a flawless encounter in that regard.
Depth. This is
No,
this is a
4.
4.
Easily
Yeah.
4.
Easily 4.
Fun?
This is the most fun encounter.
I like.
I think that
This encounter is really fun.
I think Substratum is the single most fun speeding encounter.
Consistency. There's like small things that are kind of annoying. BS kind of.
Yeah, you can. So
And then room RNG also dictates.
Yeah,
when you get
so what
room
I'm-
or not.
yeah, you can get room RNG, and that's kind of it.
I'd
So-
say 3. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's a 3.
Okay. There we go. Boom. Tie for our highest encounter rating. Okay. Herald strats. I would say Herald is like it's like either a 2 or a 3 because you bring buff from like one side to the other, and like I guess you are like 5-manning the encounter. There's a skip, but damage is pretty standard, and like you're not like doing any like crazy cheese or exploit.
Yeah,
that,
no,
like
I mean, it's kind of just the encounter.
I'd say 2 probably.
Yeah, 2 is
Yeah.
fine.
You got the really cool skip and all that shit. That's kind of it.
Yeah. Gating in Herald.
There's like none.
There's almost
There is
no
none.
gating.
There is none.
Actually.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. I'd give it
Yeah,
a
there's
4.
a 4. Yeah, there's like nothing.
Yeah. Depth. Herald is definitely one of the practice encounters. It's not a 4 though. I'd
It's a
give it a
3.
3.
It's a
I'd give it
3.
a
Yeah,
3.
this is a 3.
It's definitely a
This is like a
major practice
homework
encounter.
3.
And,
Yeah.
and for fun, I fucking love Herald.
Herald is
but
fun. Almost every role I think is pretty fun.
Everybody is actively engaged. There's nobody that's like sitting there doing fuck all. And
Yeah.
even in terms of like
Herald's
inactive
pretty
roles,
fun.
especially in the current meta, there's nothing like that you're like doing some lame setup for damage on like a fucking Strand Titan just
Yeah.
sitting there on banner, right? Like,
Yeah, Herald is pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then consistency, it should be a 4.
it's a
There's
4. Yeah,
nothing really-
Herald is a
There's not
fantastic
much.
fucking encounter. I love
Yeah,
this
Herald's
encounter.
one of the best boss encounters in the game. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay, repository. The strats for repository.
Do we
are-
count 3-5 in this?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, if we're counting 3-5, I think this
3-5 is fucking nuts. And then
that
there's,
that
like,
shit is insane.
Yeah, and then there's like early leaving to go to Verity
Yep.
through like the thing in the floor and shit, and like
There's an argument for 4 here.
yeah.
I don't know how
there
you
is.
guys feel.
The
but-
actual completion of the encounter is not that different, but the stuff, the circumstances surrounding the encounter are pretty
Yeah.
different.
I want to say 3 because of how
I
similar
think-
the actual
I think-
encounter
I
is.
think-
Yeah.
Gating, I mean, besides waiting for the pulses to travel, but like honestly, like if you're moving quickly and you're doing like single pulses, like you're kind of just like You're stepping on almost
fine.
instantly.
You're-
Yeah.
You go through that encounter very quickly. Yeah.
yeah, I'd say 4. I'd say 4.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah. Depth, is this a 4 encounter for depth?
No,
I mean,
no,
you're
no.
gated to handful.
There's definitely less like depth going on here than Substratum,
There
or
is.
even I would argue even less than Herald, but I don't know. If
I
it's
think
gonna
it's the
be
same tier as
I think because
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
gated
yeah.
to hand frame, I think it could be a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun. This encounter's pretty fun. It's
It's
not like
it's
amazing.
fine.
It's not like I would
Is
say.
it is it more fun than Ear You? Yes. Like
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 3.
is it
Three's
as fun as Bridge? Personally, I'd say yes. So
Yeah, 3's fine. And then consistency. I mean,
you have soft lock, you have RNG hand.
yeah, hand frame is like not that bad if you're fast enough. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
generally
yeah.
get good hand frame, but like, yeah, soft lock is still nothing.
Soft lock is not fun. It kind of is what it is. Even though it might not like practically affect that many runs, it feels fucking terrible. Like
I'd probably give it a 2.
I think it's a 2.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Verity. I mean, early out alone is like pretty fucking crazy.
There's early out Stips.
Skips. Yeah. There's 3-5.
Skip should still be considered at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's actively ongoing.
And then
during
there's
this
early
encounter.
dunk too. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Verity's
there's early
four.
dunk.
Verity's
This encounter is
four.
really fucking cool.
Verity's
It's a
four,
4.
for sure. Yeah.
Gating.
Gating.
It
There's a
doesn't.
little bit of waiting between rounds, but it's not.
You're right.
that much. It's,
There is waiting. However, I really feel like when you're in the moment, it doesn't.
you
feel
don't
like
feel like you're waiting at all.
Like
Yeah.
because although you're waiting on these gates, you like proactively feeling the effects of the gates on you.
It's like a
all the
moment to
time.
breathe, and then you're
Yeah.
kind of just back.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's a 4.
I give it a
personally.
4. Yeah.
That's a good.
Depth. This is definitely a practice encounter.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but if it's like a, yeah, no, it's.
It definitely is.
Yeah, it's a 4.
It definitely is.
Yeah. Fun. It's pretty fun.
Subjective. I fucking love Verity.
I love Verity
I think this
too.
encounter is incredible.
I give it a 4. I give it a 4 for fun, bro. You're not a fan? You're not
No,
a fan?
I'm not.
Really?
as
I mean, it's 6-man RT. It's very different from
solely in the
I know,
context
I
of
know,
a 6-man
but
speed.
like even like having done this, I don't think it's that fun. And I think with the 3/5 RNG looming over your head, it's even.
Okay, the 3/5 RNG is what we're gonna get to on.
Well,
this.
yeah, but I mean, even then,
No,
like,
no,
if you're
it's
sitting
right.
there doing like you can like that absolutely subtracts from the fun that you're sitting there thinking about that.
Yep.
Maybe.
I agree with that actually.
I mean, I've heard there's a way to make 3/5 RNG like much better now. Like it's
Yeah, I'm just not
get
aware
through or
that
something.
that's the case. But like
Yeah.
even in the execution of the encounter, while I think the strats are really cool, and I think it's like it's infinitely more fun to do it normally.
Yeah.
I still like I don't think it's not Herald or something. I think this is
Really? I don't know. I have a lot of fun doing Verity. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of fun.
when I have ran or I've like subbed for people, Verity and Herald and Substratum are all very similar in terms of enjoyment for me.
Yeah.
I feel like considering 3/5 in the scope of fulls, I think it's fair to knock it down to a 3 though. In my opinion.
Okay. Sure. I mean, we're gonna dunk it for points of consistency in general too. So, there's that. Consistency. I don't know. I've heard there's a way to make 3/5 like way like less.
If it's like how you're talking about it, I give it a 3.
3/5 to like an insanely low chance, then it's gotta be like a 4, right?
I give it like a
Really good.
I give it like a 3. I give it like a 3 because I've heard 3/5 is like a 80% chance that it works.
Okay, yeah, if that's 80%, it's easily a
Yeah,
3.
it's-
You
it's-
could maybe even that's not 4, but
Yeah. Okay, witness.
God, kind of
pre-break is like it's not that different.
Yeah, pre-break it's not that different.
Speaking from experience, I have not done this raid as a full. I've killed Witness once.
Yeah,
And it was an LFG run on Fire Team Finder.
and they be pre-breaking.
And it was pre-break with Queenbreaker. So pre-break is not like a
It's not even like a speedrun strat.
it's not a speedrun strat. If you have a witness checkpoint,
I give it a
they're
donut.
gonna be pre-breaking.
I mean, I guess you're pulling people to the encounter.
Nah.
And
no.
like they have to do pre-break during like the encounter actually like progressing.
even then.
Yeah.
If this was around the time the raid released, pre-break would have been more interesting. But
Yeah.
at this point, it's so pervasive that I don't
Yeah.
think it's worth it to bring.
Gating, I mean, you're not really waiting for anything, I guess.
I mean, yeah, you can't really argue you're waiting.
It
like,
kinda,
yeah,
it's just a 4, yeah.
0.
Depth is
That's the easiest
it's
0.
the
It isn't
easiest zero in my
kind.
life.
Yeah, this is easy.
Fun, I mean, you
This
get
is-
through
this is-
damage, I guess.
No,
Me when I
okay.
shoot my heavy sniper. or
It's
something,
it's
man.
meta dependent and it's not fun right now. I'd give
Yeah.
it a 0.
I don't know about 0 because like 0 is like gatekeeper.
It can have a 1 because Gatekeepers.
I get to do damage.
I'd give it a 1.
You get to walk around.
There
It
are
looks-
some really,
Look, it
really
looks-
bad encounters.
It gets a 1 because Vog is in the game and it makes it look better next to it.
Yeah, consistency is a 4. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's pretty chill. Okay, we're finally at our last 2 raids, DP and EDP. You guys ready?
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Agrio strats. Normal Agrio strats are like pretty vanilla.
They're really not
Alright,
interesting.
I'm sorry. This is Hob, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, normal Agrio strats are like what? Like you just
It's really
You
not
kinda
that
just
different.
dunk shit.
You just do
Yeah, you
it's
kind
a
of just shoot a Minotaur.
The,
and go
the
to bed.
only difference is that you have like kind of have a setup for it, but even
the only difference is the people on plates, 2 of them stack.
and I would say it's a 1 for that.
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
That's all I got.
It can have a 1. Fine.
Yeah. Gating, you're not waiting for much in this encounter at all. I mean, I guess the
I
boss
think
coming
that-
down takes
No,
a while.
it's not only that. It's also when you're in a like specifically a speedrun setting, you're also waiting on ad spawns in normal Agrio sometimes.
Yeah.
And I think that brings the encounter down, so I'd say a 3.
Yeah, and you wait for the boss to come
Yeah.
down, and he takes a while, so that can be a 3. Depth, normal Agrios doesn't have
There's
that.
really not. I would give it
Yeah.
a 1. There's really not a lot of skill
Yeah,
expression.
Yeah, not a lot. And then fun.
I don't think normal Agrios.
Normal Agrios, it's okay. It's
2.
all right. Maybe like
I
a 2.
just-
2 is fine.
like
It's more fun than Witness. I'd give it a 2.
Yeah,
I agree
I like it
with
too.
I agree with Liz.
Yeah. And then consistency, it's 100% consistent. This encounter.
There's no
yeah,
issues with it, yeah.
that's important. Yeah. Okay, Epoptes. Strats, this might be a 0.
I would
'Cause
go
you
0.
don't do
there is
anything different.
literally
Literally
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah. Okay. And then gating, you're not really waiting for anything. I guess the starting ads are like a little slow, but like it's not that bad. I wouldn't take a point.
I think it's similar. I personally think it's similar to Agrios in normal.
You think so? I mean, you're literally not waiting for anything.
If it's just spawn, like if you're just waiting for like spawn
You're just waiting for
animation,
ad spawns, and
like-
then you're just doing eye callouts. I don't know. It's probably like you're not waiting for literally anything. I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right. You're right.
Yeah, I guess
I was wrong. It's a 4.
And then depth, this is probably like a 1 because the kill is like a little bit of skill, but everything else is like, I don't know.
Pretty textbook.
You practice calling single numbers to each other, so
Yeah.
that's like a 1.
Nah, pop these is very easy and normal.
All these is tough, bro. Fun. I mean, half the team is doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say Grass is more fun than this. I'd give a Poggies like a 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
think
this
the
is
pop
pretty
is
boring.
enjoyable at all.
And then consistency, this is like a 4.
It's
Yeah.
inarguably a 4, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Atraks. Strats are basically not different from normal besides the fact that you are picking up a cube every single cycle, which is like people were capable
I
of
don't
doing
think that
normal.
that's even a departure
Yeah,
whatsoever.
so 0.
I think it's a 0.
Gating, this encounter is good gating. There's like, you're not waiting for...
This encounter is
basically
great.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 4.
Yeah, this encounter is the shortest one in the raid. Depth, besides the kill being like a little annoying because you're ammo starved, like everything else, there's not a lot of depth here. You're
Nice.
literally just
This is
gated
a
to
one,
diastole.
bro.
So
Like,
yeah,
it's a
every
1. You can like
Fun.
kind of improve it a little bit. No, not really.
yeah,
it's a 1.
It's hard.
It's not witness terrible.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's hard. Yeah. Is Atros more fun than a pop tease?
Yeah.
Yes, easily.
Okay, I'll go with that too then. Yeah.
I thought the normal Yatros, despite the lack of like depth and strats, etc., was actually pretty
Yeah,
fun.
it's also very short.
The encounter
Yeah.
feels really nice to play.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It has a really solid rhythm to it.
Okay, normal Kurigos with new strats. The new strat is kind of cool for like Chronons. And then you do like mount a top up and you like pick up the cubes midair and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Strat wise, I mean, you're not transforming the encounter. I'd say 2. Because you're not transforming
I would agree 2 is fair here. It's like just like a modest modification of the normal strategies that you would use.
Yeah. Gating, it kind of reminds me of a Gryos. You're waiting for a little bit of boss animation, and then like initial Chronons are like a little like slow, like a tiny bit. So I'd probably give it like a 3. You know, that's fair. Depth. This is definitely a bit of a practice encounter, but it's not like crazy amount.
It's like a 2 maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say 2 is probably fair. What else has a 2 on this list?
Your
Abyss?
Abyss.
Yeah, that's a 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Fun. New Kurigo strats are honestly they were kind of fun.
Yeah,
They were
when
kinda
I did New Korgos, which I didn't do that much, but I still did do it. I felt
Yeah.
like it was pretty actively enjoyable, even for the people who were on the less active roles. Like,
yeah,
they-
because
they-
everyone is kind of
I
like,
remember
doing something.
asking people about it because I was curious, and they said that they felt like they were actively engaged, despite the fact that they were on these like very proactive roles.
Yeah, everyone's kind of doing something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go 3.
You think 3? Okay.
I feel like normal Korgos is pretty fun to play at.
Yeah. And then consistency wise with new strats, I mean it's 100% consistent.
Yeah, you can't.
So
Yeah.
okay, cool. And now it's time for EDP. Epic Agrios strats. I mean,
It doesn't look that flashy, but like
it is pretty.
There's quite a bit
Yeah.
going on.
There's a lot going on.
I feel like
yeah.
part of how we should interpret strats specific for this encounter is like the comms that are going on and shit, and like
yeah,
I feel like as an outsider looking in, that's pretty fucking cool.
yeah. There's a lot of
especially
fun
because
going on.
there's a
And
lot.
also
of,
there's Chrono carryover.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
Chronos.
There's
So
a lot of
I'd say
shit
like a
going
3. I'd say
I
like
think
a
3 is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gating is an easy 4 on
Yeah,
this
gating is
encounter.
a 4. Yeah, because like the ads ones definitely don't feel like you're waiting as long as normal Agrios.
And even then, so something that I feel like the only point in that encounter you could argue is like gating is the starting ads waiting for the harpy to spawn,
And then also boss TPing down. That's like basically.
and I think neither of those really that doesn't give anything against it.
Yeah, sure.
Depth, this is a fucking
Depth.
probably.
It's. I think if we pushed it more, it'd probably be.
I think it's a 4 because
Yeah.
there is definitely a frame rule with the Hydra spawn that we got like twice ever that was hard to replicate, and
Yeah.
I think that brings up to a 4.
Sure.
At least as our understanding kind of right now stands.
Yeah. Fun. This is pretty fun.
This is the fucking
encounter
most
is
fun encounter.
So fun.
This is a
Yeah.
4.
This encounter is actually so fun.
And it's
And the consistency. Yeah. This is the highest scored
Yeah,
encounter
it's the
so
highest
far.
I mean,
score, yeah.
if I were
Yeah.
to personally be choosing my personal favorite speeder encounter, it'd be like Maybe Substratum, probably fucking Epic Agrios. Like, this encounter is so cool.
Yeah, this encounter is fucking sick with the with the colors added in. It's actually.
It feels bad in my soul for this to outscore my Exib.
I love Exib. I mean,
it feels bad in my soul.
to be fair, like once you get into like the 15+ territory, it's just like the score docking is like for specific things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Epic Agrios is just like nearly a perfect.
Yeah,
I think
when we were coming up with the strats for that encounter, we were like, dude, this is actually. So
Yeah. I mean, it's 1 point, but it hurts my soul, but I get it.
Yeah.
The only way that this encounter could be improved is if the strats look flashier. That's it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It is It is.
If it looked like a Queenswalk.
It feels fan-fucking-tastic to play. It's cool to watch. There's a lot of skill expression going on. It's perfectly consistent when you're playing well.
Yeah.
Like, what more can you ask for?
Yeah. Epic Apoptes. The strats for this one are not that different from normal.
No.
I feel like, although that is true, I think that the way that you route that encounter is very like cool to the average viewer.
Yeah.
Like, because
getting the encounter consistent is also.
I think again, like a Graz, I think we have to be considering like the comms and everything that's going on at the same time, right?
Yeah, it's not a 0. It's like
It's definitely not a 0.
it's either a 1 or a 2.
I'll give it a 1
Yeah,
because
give it a 1
is fine.
Yeah.
although I want to give it a 2 because I feel like there's a lot.
There are other
going on,
encounters that are
it's
2
just
tier that are definitely way more.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Gating.
This is a 4.
Yeah, you're not really waiting
this,
for much.
This is a 4.
Yeah. Depth.
This is also a 4. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
low key. Yeah, I mean, getting the encounter consistent is
Yeah,
like,
It is.
I can see
This
that
is
for sure.
this is like one of the most difficult like encounters. to
It's
get
just there's so
consistently
many
fast.
failure
Like there's so much shit that
yeah.
can go
There's so
wrong.
many points of failure. Yeah. Fun.
Now this
Low key, if you're practiced, it's not that bad. Like actually doing the encounter once your team is practiced is like.
cannot be more than like a 2. Like
But the actual the mechanics are.
this cannot be more than like a 2.
I give it like I think 2.
I think 2 is fine
Yeah, I think
because
2 is
it
Obviously, I've never ran it, but like you could not tell me anything.
No.
This is more than
The
a
day
2.
one experience is not that different from running.
Yeah, exactly.
And then consistency. I mean, it's pretty consistent. Besides the K3 seekers. I guess.
I mean that's a connection fucking thing, bro.
the Russian
I,
seekers.
like-
Veering got those on day one.
I
The
really,
connection sequence
I
is
really
crazy.
feel like that's unfair to holding us.
Yeah,
I go
it's
for it.
Dude, how many 4 consistencies in a row do we have?
A lot. Like,
most encounters are pretty consistent.
the recent
Yeah.
shit has been very good, yeah. And then Iatro
Iatro
strats.
strats. It's basically
You have
just
pre-hovering, like
Yeah.
what we do. I think it's a departure, and then that is it.
yeah.
You could,
I mean, you can pre-hover on normal too.
you can, but no.
I get.
It's only used as strategy.
I think doing first break with plates is like I guess like I give it a 1. I give it a 1.
Yeah, 2 is disingenuous.
Yeah. Gating. You're not really waiting for much.
There's no
here.
downtime.
Yeah.
You're actually there is downtime at the start when you're doing the
the
portals.
Minotaurs.
That kind of is not fun.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. We'll give it a 3. We'll give
Yeah, I think 3 is better.
it. Depth.
I would go 2.
Yeah. There's not a lot of depth.
There's not a whole
Because
lot
you're
going
gating to
on
diaster.
here.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot going on here. Like a bad team would like kind of struggle with damage, maybe kind of struggle with the climb. But
Yeah, I
like a
give
good
it a 2.
team, it's not a particularly big difference.
Yeah. I give it a 2. Maybe even a 1 to be honest.
I mean, looking at normal, I mean, is it
Normal's
that
a 1.
is it that much more?
No, I think it's also
on Epic
I don't think that it's
in a
like,
speedrun setting.
I mean, I don't know. Doing like cube shooting consistently on Epic compared to normal.
It is
fast,
definitely like more high
it needs
stress
more
than
practice.
normal.
Yeah, you
Like
need more practice.
we-
with this a little bit.
I see how it's more. I don't know if I see it being like a tear gap amount more.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's completely fair. Like if we look
It's
at
a 1.
like other shit in 2, we've got like repository Korgos and like
It's not as it's
It-
definitely
it's
not as
just
high.
not-
as
it's
the
not
fun.
bad.
Yeah, I give it a 1. I give it a 1. Fun.
I think it's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I would give it a 3.
This looks like a thing.
Yeah, sure.
Watching it, it looks.
It's more fun than normal.
It is a 4.
Okay. And the consistency is
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's like the RNG of like getting like far spawn Minotaur first, I guess, but that's like not that significant. Yeah.
That's fucking nothing, man.
Corregos, epic Corregos.
Strats easy fucking. I feel like
Is it a 4?
I think it's a 4. This encounter
it a
looks so
4?
fucking cool.
I mean, that's just the encounter. Though. The
Yeah,
encounter
I
itself
get
is
that, but like
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
explaining other people like the speedrun strats of this encounter, like other people who are like running for the Bungie event, they said it was so fucking cool.
Yeah, the fucking
Like,
butt against the wall thing.
They
and,
thought
like,
that
the
shit
swing
was
out.
so cool. Objectively speaking, like it's not like the biggest departure from the encounter. But as a viewer experience, it is just
looks
so
very
fucking
planned.
cool looking.
It looks
Yeah.
very planned. Like, damn, these guys have their shit down. You know?
You
Yeah.
can say 3. I would go 4 just because I really think the viewership experience for this is really awesome.
I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3. I think
Okay,
4
okay.
is. I think 4 is like putting it in the same tier as Verity and Queenswalk. I think
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
gating. There's a little bit of gating at the start where you're waiting, and then banishment and reselection takes a little bit of time. But after that,
3.
yeah, after that there's not too
not
much.
much.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
And also, that gating is not always meaningful.
It's not unpleasant.
So, like, yeah.
Okay. Depth. It's not that.
It's not like the craziest thing ever, but it definitely matters a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I think that this is like also a textbook 3, personally.
You think it's a 3? Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
I could see
there's
that.
a lot of shit you can do that can slow it down, but when you like do it optimally, it's not.
Yeah, I forgot. Like the outside section definitely has.
Yeah,
variants,
yeah.
Fun. It's pretty fun.
This encounter is very fun to me.
Yeah,
I
Even
really
the people that
enjoy
are not
this.
doing main mechs, it's like it's pretty fun.
I really don't think like.
I know what you're
Bryos to
saying.
me is a standout in this raid in terms of enjoyment. I don't think I can give this a 4 because of that. Like,
Yeah, I think 3 is fine. I was gonna agree.
and then consistency, this should be a 2.
Consistency. You said what?
Actually, because we're considering that you would have the
Chrono
pre-chronos,
Carrier.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a.
It should be like a 4, but I don't know. I think there's
I
some.
feel like
I'm doing a 3.
I feel like if you were to exist in a world where you like play tasks every game, this would be a 4. But I don't think
There's
that
just like
that's-
weird shit.
Yeah, I think this.
Oh, I guess there's also Portal RNG.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's definitely a mark against it.
I think if you are truly completely tasked with what's going on, it's a 4. But
Yeah. Okay. Let's review our scores real quick, and let's just see if we agree on what's like a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yep.
So for strats, we have Taniks, Gatekeepers, Warpriest, Oryx, Witness, and Atheon Atraks at a 0, which I think all of those encounters are pretty much done the same way that they're done in like LG, just fast.
yep.
Then 1, we have Kalli, Morgeth, Atraks, Descent, Oracles, Templar, Atheon, Caretaker, Golgoroth, Scission, Explicator, Nezarec. Help, that's a lot of ones. Crota, Agrias, Apotheosiatros. Yeah, I mean, those are all like basically just hyper optimized versions of
Yeah.
I think all of those make sense.
Maybe like
yeah.
a little skip in there. 2, this is going to be like the max score you get without transforming the encounter significantly. So Shuro, Vault, Riven, DOS second, Crypt Security, Waking Ruins because of the skips, Barge, Acquisition, Rhulk, Cataclysm, Herald, Corregos. Those are all like moderately.
Those are all
changed
like
encounters.
well optimized. You got some stuff
Yeah.
going on, not crazy.
And then 3 is when we start transforming encounters. So you have DOS first with like Lost Signal Break DSM. You have Sanctified because of Split. You have Confluxes because of Oobing. You have Relics because of Lines. You have Totems because of Quad Mid Strat. Daughters because of bounces and stuff. You have Abyss because of Backwards Abyss and like all instant chaining preserves. You have Iriud because of like, freeing wizards and stuff and like the Storm's Edge Breach. You have Substratum because of Substratum. You have Repository, Agrios, Corregos. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's-
those are
I feel like going over this like repository is like such a standout where like it doesn't feel like there's that much like standout shit happening in the encounter. It's just like
It's just 3-5
It-
and like the exit. And stuff.
it just feels like I don't know, that encounter is so like
You don't like that encounter? You don't fuck with
Yeah.
that encounter?
No.
I could give it a 2. I guess if you count like the skips as like if we get 1 point for skips early, so I give it a 2. Yeah, I can give it a 2. That's fine.
yeah, I feel like honestly in retrospect it would have been more fair to give a lot of 3-5 credits to Verity, which we did.
Yeah.
I feel like what's going on in repository really isn't that engaging.
Yeah, no, you're right. Okay, and then our 4s, we have Queenswalk, we have Consecrated, we have Desolation, so DSC Entrance, we have Vow Exhibition, Crota Bridge, and SC Verity.
Yeah.
I do think Harpy stands out a little bit here.
The 2 for me that are a little bit confusing is 1 Harpy and
Yeah.
2 Desolation.
Yeah, it's not crazy transformative.
I think
Yeah.
no. I Desolation
think-
is completely transformed.
I
You
think
so?
I could see Harpy getting knocked down to it
I can see Harpy. I can see
because you're not the encounter is not like alien. It just
Yeah,
is like
it's just
you're,
like you're 2
I can
manning
see-
it, you're
I can
going
see-
crazy.
you
fast.
are
Yeah.
you are the amount of people that are doing it is and like what you're doing is so minimized that
Yeah.
it's really interesting, but it's not like everything is changing. Whereas I think everything else like I mean
Queenswalk or like a
Queenswalk or I mean
I
like
think Desolation though. I think it's completely.
Yeah.
No, honestly,
yeah.
like I said that And you guys are talking about it. I thought about it more. You guys are right.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what it, that's
So that's strats. We have gating next. So gating, we have Gatekeepers, Oracle. Wow, 3 Vogging counters. Gatekeepers, Oracles, Vog Entrance, and Barge.
Yep.
Which are, that's the 4 horsemen right there.
Yep.
1, we have Morgeth, Templar, Atheon, Riven, Sank, and Confluxes. I think that's like a fair spread.
That's fine.
Yeah. At 2, we have Warpriest, Oryx, Atraks, Descent, Golgoroth, Crota Entrance. Crota Entrance should
Bump that shit down.
probably
Knock
Bump
that
that
down.
down.
Yeah,
Bump
knock
that
that
shit
down.
down.
That was an error.
Yeah, that must have been an error. That honestly might be a 0, but yeah, that 1 is probably fine.
I'm alright with a 0, bro. You can dump on that shit.
Low key, yeah, it probably
Nah, you right. That shit's a
that
zero, bro.
shit should be a 0.
There is a 0.
I think that shit had like 0.5 seconds of variance from
Who
your
fucking gets
Yeah. 0.5 is
Yeah,
great.
that is like almost Vogue entrance level of fucking variance. Okay. Warpriest, Oryx, Atraks, Descent, Golgoroth, Crota, Vault, Goss second, Rhulk, Goss first, and then here you.
Yeah, that's cool.
Those all are like pretty similar in my
Yeah.
head, yeah.
That's
And then Taniks, Kalli, Caretaker, Explicator, Agrios, Atraks, Acquisition, Koragos, Totems, Abyss, and then Koragos again. Yeah.
Taniks stands out to
Queenswalk,
me.
there's more.
You think Taniks stands? Oh, Queenswalk is also 3. Yes, sorry.
Yeah,
Queenswalk and Bridge. Queenswalk
Yeah.
I think Taniks stands out to me there. I feel like that does not deserve to be in the same tier as the other encounters.
Yeah,
That's four.
I can drop it.
Yeah, I think it's a drop.
You think it's a 2 or a 4?
I
think
thought it
it's
was
a
a
2.
4.
I think it's 2 because
There's definitely
You-
like a little bit of waiting.
you got the waiting at the start.
Yeah,
you got
that's the
You
small.
got the
Yeah.
waiting ads, you got like the slow waiting on damage. I feel like
Yeah.
especially if you're considering on like an individual roll basis, it's really not that engaging in terms of like waiting time and all that shit. Like
It's kind of similar to Agrias in terms of wait periods though, because you have like ad spawns that you're waiting for, and then you have to wait for the boss to do something. But I guess Agrias feels a lot more engaging.
yeah, Agrios just like feels better, and that, obviously that's kind of subjective. Like that's just my opinion on it. But like
That is what we're going.
yeah.
Okay, and then perfect gating, we have Witness, Apoptes, Yatros, Scission, Nezarec, Apoptes, Shuro Chi. I mean, okay, there's not much to really argue about for gating for like perfect
Yeah,
gating.
you can't like.
Okay, depth. Depth, 0 depth. We have Gatekeepers, Waking Ruins, Hellmouth, Warpriest, Golgoroth, Kalli, Witness. I think, yeah, those are all.
Inarguable.
Yeah, pretty fair. At a 1, we have Morgeth, Templar, Atheon, Riven, Sank, Oryx, Atraks, Crota, Rhulk, Taniks, Caretaker. That's a lot of ones. Agrios, Yatros, Queenswalk. Queenswalk is a 1 on depth.
I think that was a mistake. I think
Probably
Yeah,
should
give
have
it,
been
you give it 2.
Yeah, I should probably get it 2. Yeah. And then Apoptes, Yatros, Nezarec.
Security.
insecurity.
Nezarec.
I think Nez is like. I mean,
Is Nez a 2?
let's put it this way: is we have.
I don't know if Nez is a 2 to me. It's
no.
like 1.5.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with it where it is. I feel like.
1, yeah. That's fine.
Can you scroll
Nez
up
is
a
not
little bit?
Nez is not a particularly high variance. At a 2, we have Queenswalk, Barge, Confluxes, Vault, Evade, Irute, Explicator, Koragos, Abyss, Repository, and Consecrated. I think those are all like
Those are all fair,
fairly
yeah.
similar.
I think the one that is like maybe
The most standout.
the most standout to me is Abyss.
Abyss, Depth.
Honestly, I
like,
think
It's
Abyss is kind of a practice encounter.
yeah,
You're kind of-
Abyss does
yeah.
feel like there's a bit more going on with it that you have to like memorize compared to the other.
Yeah,
I know
honestly,
you're right.
maybe this is. I feel like Heartbeat kind of stands out to me too.
Consecrated?
Yeah.
Is there really that much depth?
I feel like
Because we talked about this and we said like the threshold, the floor of the encounter is like a little high, but the ceiling is also right above that floor.
I think the
So-
floor is high enough to dictate the same amount of practice as something like obviously some of these 3s are significantly worse, but something like Oracles or like Totem, like obviously only 2 people have to practice Heartbeat, but like
Yeah, I'm okay with giving it a 2
that's
or a
fair, but at the same time, I feel like in the like specifically in the current meta, I feel like a lot of the
It's probably
difficulty of the
not that
setup
hard,
is gone, and
It's
I feel like
probably not that hard.
that was a lot of difficulty with it, at least in how I interpret it, which could be mistaken.
yeah, that's probably fair. I don't.
And
it's
the
just
fact that you're locked to Sank too is like
Yeah,
it's just like
depth
Yeah.
doesn't
Look,
matter.
looking at it next to like, yeah, it being locked to sync is because like looking at it stuff next to stuff like Irute, it just looks out of place to me. But I mean, if
I think if it's next to Repo, it's like it's not that bad.
that's true,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. not being locked
I
to
think
it.
Consecrated and
makes it a lot-
Repository are like the two highest. In
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if you were,
Like they're
I think if you
vibes.
weren't locked to another encounter, I think I'd probably have a harsher opinion about it. But
I wouldn't disagree. Yeah.
Depth, we have, for 3, we have Abyss, Oracles, Descent, Summon, Acquisition, Totems. Yeah, these are all similarly
Yep.
flavored encounters. Epic Corregos, Cataclysm, Herald, Relics, Daughters.
That all makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Zero
And the
arguments.
perfect 4 is Bridge, Scission, Epic Apoptes, Shuro Chi, Substratum, Epic Agrios. DSC Entrance,
Yep,
Val
definitely.
Exhibition, Verity.
Yeah,
These are all like
yeah.
the
No arguments.
those are the encounters.
Yep.
Those are
Okay.
big encounters.
And then
Fun
fun.
up next. Zero fun is Gatekeepers, Vogue Entrance, Crota Entrance, Templar, Confluxes. I would agree with pretty much all of
Yeah.
those.
Zero arguments.
1 score for fun. Warpriest, Golgoroth, Kalli, Witness, Morgeth, Atheon, Sanctified Mind. Atraks, Crota, Poppies, Queenswalk, Barge, Oracles, Descent, Summon, and Desolation. Yeah.
I have no arguments
Yeah,
on any of
that's
those.
those are all
fine,
great
yeah.
ones. Okay, middle score at 2. We have Riven, Oryx, Rhulk, Taniks, Caretaker, Agrios, Atraks, Nezarec, Crypt Security, Vault, Iryu, Abyss, Totems, Apopty.
I would knock down Riven. That's my stance after
You
hearing
think
all
Riven
this.
is
I would knock
less
down Riven.
enjoyable?
Yeah.
I think Riven is
Riven-
less fun than all
Riven
these.
Riven is not that fun, yeah, for sure. Okay. And then at a score of 3, we have
It's Yashas.
Epic Yashas.
Epic Yatros,
Yep.
Goss First, Explicator, Corregos, Repository, Acquisition, Epic Corregos, Cataclysm, Relics, Daughters, Bridge, Exhibition, Verity.
Very cool.
Yeah,
That's all fine.
Okay, and then a perfect fun score. We have Consecrated Mind, Herald, Ron Second, Shuro Chi, Substratum, and Epic Agrios.
I think
Those are bangers.
I think if you were
Those are
to be
cool. That's
listing
pretty
these
good.
the 6 best encounters in the game, you have nailed it right there for
Yeah.
speedrunning.
Great,
Yeah,
wonderful.
those are bangers.
And they're all parts of different. Oh, I guess SC is doing them actually. Okay.
Yeah.
And then consistency.
Yeah, but it was bonus.
Okay, consistency and lucky we probably don't even need to discuss, but Descent is the only 0, which I think is fair. It has 2 layers.
That encounter is fucking terrible.
We have Queenswalk and DSC Entrance at a 1, which I think
Yep.
is fair. And then at a 2, we have Oryx because of 50-50. You have Taniks because of TPing ads and late
Yep.
start. Crypt Security because of button RNG. Eerie because of wizard RNG. Abyss because of preserve RNG. Repository because of softlock. Yeah.
Softlock
softlock.
and
And then
Frame.
Relics because of connection lining.
Yep.
And then out of 3, we have Confluxes because of just small amounts of
Mhm.
RNG, TPing ads. Morgeth because of starting ads. Atraks because of late extinction. Oracles because just Oracle desync. Goss Second because of relay order.
Can I weigh in real quick?
Yeah.
So I feel like looking at this again and looking at this list as we've gone over it in consistency, like I feel like something that stands out to me at the moment is the Morgeth, because like you have literally fucking 0 control over what's happening with like 8 seconds.
How much
of
time do you
variance.
lose?
It's like 5 to 8 seconds. Like
8 There's no way it's 8.
5 to
It's got to be less
5
than
to
8.
6.
I don't think we've ever lost 8 seconds.
She has one mythical clip somewhere of an 8-second difference. But
Yeah, there is like that's kind of what I'm referring to. Is that like I feel like in the scope of
if you can
Wish,
find me a replication of that clip, I'll agree with
that's
you.
fair. But I would personally knock the
It's like
Morgeth
5
down
seconds.
because I feel like this encounter just like
Well, if Oryx is a 2, I don't think Morgeth should also be a 2.
I think it should also be a 2.
Oryx is 10 seconds and it's at the end of the run.
Morgeth is less time.
And
but,
also
like,
earlier in the run.
It's less time
And you
earlier in
have
the run
absolutely
in a
no
longer
control.
rate. As
Yeah, and you have no control over either.
You have no control over either.
Yeah. I feel like it doesn't feel as bad as Oryx.
I agree with that, but I still feel like it's same.
part of the
time.
reason with Morgeth that I agree with you is that it doesn't really look like its neighbors, I guess. It doesn't really
That's
look
kind
like
of what
a-
I'm getting at. Is
I
like,
can give it a 2.
if you look at it within the context of everything else in the tier, I feel like
Yeah.
Morgeth is a standout,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not really going to go over the rest of consistency. 'cause I think it's
I have a
like,
request.
yeah.
Can we find a reason to dock a point on consistency for GK so it has an even lower total score?
Okay, I mean, it's definitely a very it's one of the most consistent.
It's
I'm thinking. Hold
It's
on.
super forgiving.
I'm thinking.
What
We
if
don't duo anymore.
Yeah, there's no duo.
what if you
those
Nova
two
Bomb
other
the Wyvern and it TPs and starts sacking?
Okay, well, I was gonna. I just wanted to see because I wanted to see it have a lower total score than 4 because I thought it would have been fun.
Okay. So now we're going to do 2 more things before we sleep here. We're gonna figure out the S tier cutoff threshold, and then we're gonna figure out all the thresholds, and then we're gonna do the average of every raid and see which raid is the king.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So S is probably like just everything that's 18 and up.
That's
I could give it to.
that's a
Well, how low are the tiers going? Are you going to F?
Yeah.
A B C D F.
Yeah.
Let's send that for now. Yeah, let's say that as the cutoff for now.
Yeah. We can
Yeah.
do this for now. So we got S.
It's either gonna be 17.
And
Yeah, I was
A
thinking-
tier is
Down
probably
through-
what, down to
I think down to 16, yeah.
down to 16.
16's fine.
Okay. And then B tier is gonna be what?
15, 14?
13, 14. Okay. And then C tier is gonna be.
It's gonna be like a wide.
I feel like repository probably deserves to be in the B tier. And same
I
thing
think-
with Gospel.
I actually think 13 should be in B. But
Yeah.
13
You
should
can
be.
add 13 to B, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then C tier is going to be, Explicator feels and Nez feels like a C tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Atraks. And then we can include, we can include like Queenswalk, Crypt Security, area. I'll include the evidence.
11s are fine, yeah.
Yeah. And then D tier is going to be 10 and probably 9. And then E tier is going to be down here.
And then 6 and
7,
below.
And then we have 6 and below F tier.
Can we have a GK tier?
GK is the
GK
lowest
is just
one.
so
It is
abjectly
so
terrible.
It's really bad.
It is zeros except for the one category where you can get free points because RNG.
Like, yeah.
Imagine if GK was RNG as well, like the
Oh my
final
God.
minute.
No, you have no idea. You have no
had
idea.
ours.
If it was still duo, I was gonna sit here and lambast this shit until it had a 0 total score.
Yeah. Okay, let's do average points per raid. There you go.
Boom.
I mean, so it's what is
Yeah,
it?
EDP, SE, Ron, and what's the next one?
Goss.
Goss, apparently.
Vow,
Oh, yeah, Vow's pretty high.
Kingsfall, like.
Yeah. And then there's Vogue at a 7.
Yeah. I
Vogue
think.
has under half the average score of EDP encounters. That is crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
under half the average score overall.
it also kind of.
Yeah.
I think the thing with. I mean, Fog just kind of sucks, but with Wish, I think Wish kind of gets drugged down because of how many encounters there are, and like there are just like because it's encounter based, like you don't feel how bad Kalli is in a run,
Yeah.
but like when you're doing like a tier list like that and it's compared on an equal
Your
footing.
Shuro is
to-
longer than like 2.5 of the other encounters combined.
I feel like
Yeah,
a lot
so
of Wish,
Yeah.
to me, is like the momentum you feel between encounters is like I feel like you really feel that a lot more than the other raids, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
The encounters flow pretty well. Like, there's a pretty distinct line, like, entrance until you kill Morgeth, pretty much.
yeah.
And then vaulting in is, like, in segments, it feels good.
Yeah, like it
But, like,
feels.
if you
Yeah.
just look at the encounters individually, God, they fucking
Yeah, like
suck.
Kalli, like it's not really fair to weight Kalli the same weight as like,
As Shuro Chi.
because it's literally 5 seconds long.
Or Morgeth, or...
Yeah.
So there's stuff dragging down the average.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, of
but
course.
it kind of shows like their approach to raids and whatnot as like time has gone on is that there's less of those filler encounters, and you got like now like I mean you can see like EDP like it's for just solid encounters like there's
Same
no
thing with SE.
same thing with SE, same thing with I mean I don't know DP's like kind of whatever, but Ron's the same way, like it's just like there's no filler, there's no filler encounters, so you get.
I mean, some casuals would definitely say Ron is all filler.
I mean,
Ron is all
like-
filler in a casual sense. It's basically all filler because none of it is actually difficult, even remotely. But like in a speedrunning sense,
It's fucking loaded.
there's a lot like they're all like just solid encounters
Yeah,
where
just
they're
chains.
They
Dude, one day we're gonna do a transition tier list, by the way.
Even
Yeah.
looking at the numbers of all this shit, I don't disagree with like any of it.
That's alright.
Yeah, I mean,
Wish makes sense where it is because of how this is rated. Like that's just the nature of the
It's
list.
just like a flip floppy, right?
it feels pretty natural. Like, I don't have. There's nothing glaringly stood out like with the tiering or anything where it was like, wow, this is like.
Like,
I
ESC
disagree
and Vogue
with
where
this.
they belong. That's it. We did it. We got through all 54 raid encounters. W tier list.
I'm trying to write the intro in my head while we do this.
Okay, great. Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
All right.
Unlock.
GG's.